Howdy, howdy, howdy folks, how are y'all doing? I am changing the thumbnail for the stream, which means that I cannot actually verify one way or the other whether or not the audio is working. I can now, there we go. Howdy folks, how are y'all doing? My name is Reese, and welcome back to another live recording session where the mustache is very much all over the upper lip. There we go. Is that a little bit better? It's a little bit better. And we're now, this is going to be our first live recording session with the new monitor, which is exciting. So the lights are placed in slightly different positions, and it all looks different to me, but that's only because for the first time ever, it's right in front of me. You can't see the monitor. It's literally right here. Well, no, it's right here. I'm touching it now. You can't see it. I don't know why I'm doing that. That's just silly. Let's see. Let's configure this. There we go. So we got the ultra wide here with the OBS and the Firefox, and they're both plenty big, and I can see everything, and I've got all the stats laid out, and it's fantastic. Again, the lighting's going to be a little bit different because I had to move the lights around. We have nice speakers now, so any type of notification, if you folks have saved up those little like channel member shout-out things that you can do, they'll really get me now, boy howdy, because they'll be real loud and right in my face, so that'll be great. Come on, mustache, let's go. Let's stop being difficult. Thank you. All right. Something I thought about doing today that I think I still could technically do is recording the game audio with... Oh, no, I can't make adjustments. Never mind. Okay. When I stream, I actually have two different game audio outputs. One is the raw output that just goes to the recording, and the second one goes to the live stream, and it has an auto ducker on it, so when I talk, it automatically ducts the game audio. You can't do that for some reason in Final Cut Pro. There's no like add-on to make that happen in real time on the timeline, which is very frustrating. So I thought about adding the duct version also and experimenting with that as a ways to try to keep audio levels in videos a little bit more reasonable. But before we go, there's something else I wanted to do. I changed this a little bit last time, but I want to change it one more time. I want to make this... bring the effects down to maybe there, and the music down to maybe there. Actually, maybe bring them maybe 75 and then 69. Or maybe even invert, maybe we should bring both of these down to 69, because I noticed that I want to keep dialogue loud, but I don't want the music and the sound effects to be that loud when we're in the middle of a big combat. I'm trying to streamline the editing process as much as I can, and one of the ways I'm trying to do that is fewer little adjustments I have to make to the editing timeline. So having audio that I don't need to adjust up and down as the video goes through to make sure that you can hear the dialogue, but then the music or the sound effects during a fight aren't too loud. Like as little of that as I have to do as possible, so much better. I used to really heavily compress the gaming audio so I wouldn't have to think about it, but I didn't like what it did to voices, so I don't really do that anymore. All right, I'm going to go ahead and start the recording, and if you folks join in, or I'm assuming we already have folks watching, it's so inconsistent on YouTube whether or not it tells me someone is watching. The last stream we did, or maybe the time before, we had a couple of folks in the chat, and it's just like 0 concurrent viewers, and then I feel like messages were delayed, so it's very frustrating. I don't know why it's broken the way that it is. It could be because it's a member stream, it doesn't work quite right. I don't know. I choose not to worry about it and hope for the best. So I'm going to start with the recording. And... okay. Gotta get ready. I gotta, like, psych myself up. Is my head too low in the frame? It looks a bit low. Hold on. This is gonna look weird. There we go. Told you. I warned you. I gave you a heads up. Okay, let's do this. Howdy, folks. How are y'all doing? My name is Reese, and welcome back to our adventures in Final Fantasy XVI, the Let's Play Adventure extravaganza of awesomeness and fun times to be had here in the wonderful world of Final Fantasy XVI. What an intro. What an absolutely loaded intro. Let's try to bring that back in. Let's rein that back in to a plane of reasonability. And we've got a couple of different things going on here when we left off. We actually have, over in the corner, Homecoming, fulfill Martha's request, as well as a bearer's lot, make for the Glademund Abbey. And I think those are like the same thing, basically. I think those are more or less like a 2-in-1 situation, where if we go over here, we're basically completing both. Or I'm wrong. Maybe a bearer's lot is part of Homecoming. Maybe it's like a sub-quest, and Homecoming is the main quest. And in order to progress the main quest, we have to continue the sub-quest. Of course, if that's the case, then what I said is technically true, and we do have to go over here to do both. We've already spoken to this individual, I believe, last time. I think we stocked up on all of our potions and everything. We can have another stop in to see what else they've got. A couple of blades. We're good there. Good here. Good everywhere. I think what we have is better than... Oh, that's right. They have the Founder's Footsteps orchestration roll. Yeah, no, get out of here. Like, I got 20,000 gil to drop on music. Maybe someday. Maybe someday. I suppose if I wanted to 100% the game, which I'm not super gung-ho about at the moment, but if I wanted to, I'd probably have to do that. Is this what I need to do? What is this? Has this been here this whole time? Is this like an elevator? Why did we not ride this before? This is incredible. See, I thought we were going to go across that bridge earlier.
Children were tested, that a bearer's fate was decided at birth.
And assumed it was best for all concerned. I know. But for a child to be blamed, to be hated by its parents through no fault of its own.
We knew nothing of what it meant to be born that way, did we?
No.
Yeah, so that's a continuation of the conversation we overheard inside of the pub right at the end of the last episode, where Mother gave birth to a bearer and just ditched it with the local watch or what have you, out of just shame and embarrassment over the fact that their child was not, I guess, up to scratch for them. Very disappointing stuff to hear. But then again, no one ever said this was a pleasant empire. Then again, I suppose it's only like a... What is it, like a protectorate of the empire or whatever? It was the former duchy? The story, listen, the problem with this game is that I'm not playing it frequently enough. Okay? Once or twice a week is not enough to keep up with all the deep lore. And I'm thinking I might need to just focus all of my efforts on watching this, or playing this exclusively, until we beat the game so I know what's going on. I mean, I know what's going on. This is the former duchy. Our father ruled it. He got killed by the bad guys, and then our brother was killed by us, and we're Ifrit now. I mean, sure, maybe the details are a bit lost in the situation, but I mean, that's the big, broader strokes. Also, didn't we go get that guy to fix that bridge what was broken earlier? Why are we not going that direction? Or should we be going that direction? Maybe we need to have a look at the map. I'm actually a little bit confused on that. Also, a lot of these crabs are not interested in me at all, I've noticed. Like, that one right there is just like, he doesn't even care that I exist. Hey, Gilliam, how are you doing? Welcome to today's live stream. I'm going to spend less time, I feel like. I left a lot of the walking around and talking while fighting crabs in the last video that I edited, and I have a feeling I'm going to cut a lot of it out, which means that we can spend this time just chatting with the channel members. This is like, if you're a channel member, you got the bonus extended edition. Wait a minute. Is that a turtle? Look at the size of that thing. It's downright ridiculous looking. Oh my gosh. No, I'll fight you. Come here, you. It's huge. Big old snapping toward eye. Oh, he does like a little Mario spin. He's a gosh darn Koopa, this guy. Please don't attack me. I'm begging you. Hey, we've actually done pretty good so far in terms of combat. I feel like this has been our best combat experience yet. Granted, we are fighting actual, like, literal animals, and they're not putting up the best fight. And we haven't really had, like, a great opportunity to test all of our, like blocking and dodging and all of that. Okay, well, there we go. There was the one opportunity, and I completely failed it. Come here, you. There we are. And then we do one of these bad boys. which really just has him like lay down for a minute. He doesn't actually seem all that bothered when we do that. But once we do that, if we like really lay on some heavy attacks, it does a lot to... Oh, sir. Sir, really now? How have you been doing, Gilliam? Precision dodge. That's how you got to deal with the tortoise. Okay, see, I thought maybe I could parry there, but I just didn't hit the parry button. I just kept waiting for like the right moment, and it just never arrived. I gotta say, even though I haven't played this game in like a week, this is the first time we've come back to it where I don't feel like I've forgotten all of the controls and I have to get warmed up to it again. They're all still fresh in my mind.
Not this time.
Even though I have been playing a lot of Final Fantasy VII Remake. It's not bleeding over. All my buttons are going to all the right places. No, my fingers are going to all the right buttons. Well, I mean, I guess what I said the first time was technically correct. By the way, there's absolutely zero reason for us to be out here fighting turtles right now. See, I thought, isn't this the bridge, what was down? I guess not. Maybe he's just now starting... That must be what it is. We brought him back, and now he's working on the bridge. I remember now. It's all coming back to me. I know a thing or three. Hold on. There we go. That's way more effective. Way more effective than just swinging at the air. Also, Torgal, you're doing great work. I want to throw out there that we were doing pretty good in terms of not taking damage, all the way up until the moment that I realized that, and it's been downhill since then. Is there any, like, genuine reason to be fighting everything down here, aside from, like, we're getting sharp fangs? Can I sell this stuff? If I don't end up using all of the sharp fangs in crafting, which I assume I'm not going to end up using all of these sharp fangs in crafting, and whatever I get from fighting the big turtle, I'm assuming isn't going to be super useful to me in the broader world either. So with that in mind, like, is there any actual reason for it aside from the XP gains, which I'm assuming will be useful? Yes, the second time now I've let them get me with that. Hey, Torgal, do that thing where you heal me. Better take a potion. How come this is the second time I fought one of these and it's going worse? How can I not learn from my own mistakes? Or from my own successes? We were successful the first time. I just jumped into it is what I did there. I feel like there was some kind of rhythm I was in the first time I fought this thing, and I'm out of it now. Whatever that rhythm was, I'm out of it now. It's okay, we're gonna get back into it, Gilliam. There we go. We've got him taken down. Now we're just gonna beat the snot out of him. Anyway, what I was saying earlier is I'm going to do a bit more editing on these moving forward, instead of having them just be long series of me just like yammering and stammering. I mean, it has just felt like clips from a live stream, I feel like, in the last several episodes that I've edited, which have not come out yet. I want to throw out. We've got a big lead on this series, because we'll like record 3 or 4 a week, and then only 2 come out every week. So there's a big, long lead on these. Jeez. But yeah, so I'm much more willing to actually check chat during recording sessions. In fact, I think I might go ahead and just turn this disclaimer off, even though, you know, that's still the case. That's still what's going on. I don't feel like it's going to be as big an issue. Like, none of this is going to be left in. What, me just smacking a turtle? You think I'm going to leave this in the final video, Gilliam? You're crazy if you think that. This isn't grade A content. This is like, I don't even have a joke for this. Come here, you. People love turtles. No one wants to watch me fight one. That's the real issue here. Even if it was super entertaining, people would be deeply upset by it. I did a deadly leap, I'm sorry? Hey, can't I do like, oh, well, you're not crazy, you're Gilliam. That's right. That's gosh darn right. Okay, well, I defeated another turtle. The issue now is that we're very low on health, and I feel like we probably need to go get more potions. Would you consider the amount of potions I've already eaten? I think we might not continue on our way to the final location. I think what we might end up doing is just going back to town and stocking up again. I don't think everything's going to respawn. Is this the kind of game where things respawn while you're still in the area, or is this one of those games where after you defeat everything, they only respawn when you come back to the level? I don't know. I have no clue. That's why I'm asking. I'm throwing the idea out there. Seeking for whom it might have info. It's strange. None of these things drop potions either. Gosh, that last turtle really took up a lot of resources. What are we looking at here? I think what we can do is we can go around and then back up through here, and we'll just go right back to the store. We'll get more potions, and if we come down here and everything is respawned, I'm just ignoring it all. I'm going to avoid it all and continue on my way. I do see chocobos over here, and that's fun and cute, but I don't know if I'm going to get to ride them. Something tells me probably not, which is unfortunate. These crabs are kind of useless. They're not good at combat.
It's over. That's enough.
That's satisfying when you get into the rhythm of that, though. That's really solid. See, these are beautiful chocobos. I like this colorful one over here in particular. If I was going to ride any of them around, I would want it to be this bluebird. I'm sorry, bluebird? So, like, not a chocobo. Oh, no, they're hostile. I was not anticipating the chocobos being hostile. I did not want to fight them. This is not what I wanted today. I'm doing it because I feel like I'm obligated to. But I'm not happy about the ordeal. I'm not happy about it whatsoever. I really wanted to just catch one. Don't kick her! That's extremely rude. She's very polite. She's very kind. She could turn into an ice goddess thing. You don't want to mess with her, alright? You ever seen a cold bird? No, they have to fly south for the winter. Specifically because they don't like ice goddesses. Something like that, maybe? Oh, man. We're so close to the destination, maybe we won't go back and get more potions. Maybe we'll just go and hope that the 3 we've got on us right now are going to be enough. You know, I mean, what's the worst that could happen? We get overpowered by, like, a bunch of chocobos or something? I mean, that could happen, I suppose.
You're finished!
I like that they call that Deadly Embrace.
Stay down!
Gilliam, are you allergic to bees? I know this might seem like a weird and random question, but I'm asking because as a young child, back in the day, when I was a wee lad, I think I was allergic to bees.
There's the Abbey.
Or I wasn't.
What darkness awaits us within, I wonder.
And I just swelled up like normally, but my mom thought I was? I don't know. I was told I was allergic to bees, and I did get stung a few times and have like ridiculous reactions. But again, that might just be, maybe I was stung multiple times by bees, and that's why the reactions were, I don't know. The point is, I just remember as a kid thinking I was allergic to bees, and I needed to be careful around them. As an adult, I mean, I don't think I've been stung by a bee in 25 years. So, I don't know if I'm still allergic, if I ever was, or whether or not that was like a fabrication of my mother's imagination. It could have been real. I know I've been stung by, like, scorpions and wasps in that time, but also neither of those. It's been a long time. I think the last time I've been stung by any creature was oh, you know what? Okay, I forgot. When I was about maybe 24 or so. So not that long ago, but still a while back. the better part of a decade ago. I went to my parents' house and I opened their door like I was walking outside, and a little scorpion stung my hand. It was like under the doorknob for some reason, and when I grabbed the doorknob, it stung me. And scorpion stings are pretty bad, but that was like a little one. It didn't hurt all that bad. And I was just like, I flicked it off my hand and stomped on it. It was like, hey. I remember the actual event. I remember I could picture it all in my mind from a third-person perspective. I grabbed the doorknob and I went, ah! And I looked down and it was just crawling on my arm, and I flicked it off onto the floor, and I was like, I stomped it, and I said, hey, there's a dead scorpion in here. And I just left it for him to deal with. I was leaving. I was going home, and I was just like, yeah, there's a dead scorpion in here. I'm going to clean that up. And then I just left. That was unpleasant. I don't recommend that. Fortunately, scorpions around here are not, like, deadly venomous. It's just, like, painful venom. It's unfortunate to be stung by a scorpion, but it's not life-threatening. Now, I didn't know that, because where I was, like, born and where I spent, like, the first third of my life, we didn't have scorpions at all. And it wasn't until we moved that, you know, we suddenly lived in a region where scorpions were fairly common. And I didn't know. I assumed they were venomous. So I remember that was the second time I'd ever been stung at my parents' house. The first time was also at my parents' house, but at that time it was also my house, right? Because I lived with my parents. I know. Shocking, right? But I was also, like, 12. I want to say maybe I was 14 at this point. I was in my closet, and I was, like, moving shirts around, and I got stung about 3 times. And it hurt real bad, but my first instinct wasn't to, like, oh, that hurt. It was, what the heck is that, right? It was like, ding, ding, ding. And I was like, what the heck? And I looked down, and there's a scorpion crawling away from my arm up one of my shirts. So what had happened was, clearly, it was just hanging out in my shirt for some reason in my closet. And I kind of, like, got my elbow in there, and it was like, whoa, cool, go away. And so I screamed, and the way my mother went on to describe this to all of her friends and everyone that we know was like, oh, it sounded like there was a woman in my house screaming. I'm like, thanks, Mom. But I wasn't screaming from the pain. Like, it hurt. Don't get me wrong. I'm not being like, yeah, I wasn't even hurt by the scorpion. No, it hurt. But I was screaming because I got stung by a scorpion, and I didn't know if it was, like, super venomous and maybe I was about to die. I had no idea. So we had to actually call poison control, and they were like, okay, so what, you got stung? No. It's going to hurt. Just put some ice on it. You're going to be okay. You're not going to die. And at that point, I was fine. But no, it was genuinely just the shock of seeing the scorpion. None of us having ever had to deal with them, you know, because none of us had ever lived in a place where there were scorpions. And then just being convinced, I was like, well, this is it. I'm going to have to be rushed to the hospital. They're going to have to inject me with the anti-venom. I could die today, and I'm just going to have to, like, be prepared for that. And how did I get prepared? By going, Woo! And just being, you know, terrified. That was my entire preparation plan. So, overall, I would rate being stung by bees, as I remember as a child. That would put, if I had to rank them, I'd say little scorpion was probably the least painful, followed by bees, wasps, and then full-grown scorpions. And then that's my official ranking. And then one time, a praying mantis did something to me, but I've never been able to figure out what, because I looked it up, and all I know is that, like, it got me. And it was frightening, and I don't know exactly, because I don't think they don't bite you. I don't know if they, like, grab me with his little hands or whatever. But I leaned back, and I almost squished him, so he, like, got my hand. I looked down, and I was like, I'm sorry. That's a 0 out of 10 on the pain scale. It didn't really hurt. It was more so just like a, hey, be careful there, buddy. But he couldn't verbalize it because he's an insect, so he did so by just, again, doing something. Some type of attack on my body, just to, like, communicate that he was there and he didn't want to be squished. And I respect that a lot, you know? So he survived, I survived, and I have this fun story where I try to explain to people, like, no, he did something to me. And they're like, Reese, what are you talking about? A praying mantis isn't going to hurt you. I'm like, he communicated using pain that I was going to squish him, and I don't know how. Maybe I need to look into it. Did I die or did I defeat him? He was almost dead, and I died. Yeah, restart from the nearest obelisk, I guess. Is it going to reload my save data? Are all of these guys going to be back? I'm just trying to get warmed up into the combat again, and I'm talking about my experience with wasps. Oh, good. We're back in town now. Fantastic. Well, that's good, because now we can go back to the little shop fella, and we can stock up on supplies again, wherever he was. Was he not, like, right around this corner? Genuinely, I don't know where I am relative to anything right now. I don't want to check the mini-map. I think the trader man is up here. So we'll go speak to him and we'll get resupplied. Yeah, there you are. Hey, fella. Let's see whether or not... Because I don't think it reloaded our save or anything. Oh, no, it did. No, it did. I've got all of my potions again.
Take care.
Okay. So does that mean that everything I fought just now, it doesn't actually... It wasn't actually fought? It's still out there? Do I have to go fight it all again? Is that what that means? That's unfortunate, if that's the case. I don't want to do that. What about my levels? I didn't pay attention to what my level was going down there. Maybe we should take a note of that and we can, like, tell in the future. So right now, Clive is level 21. You know what? We haven't looked at... Oh. Pet attributes. Can I do something about that? I actually don't know. I have no idea. What I was going to... Gear. Okay, here we go. Abilities. We've not looked at this in a long time. We have 1,500 abilities. Points. We don't have 1,500. Obviously, that would be a silly thing to declare. But we can do some upgrades here if we wanted to. So perform a rising attack, striking all enemies within range and lifting them from the ground. Can be used in midair. That's fun. Yeah. Send a grappling claw out to grab an enemy and pull it toward Clive. Okay, so this just masters it. Does that mean that it does more damage? I think it's the same. Okay, yeah. So that's an upgrade, and an upgrade. I think all of these are all things that I have unlocked and am currently using. Summon a projectile dispelling wall of liquid flame. Yeah, no, that one's a ton of fun. What is this down here? Summon a tornado that slowly hunts down. Yeah, I want that, but I don't have enough. But I almost have enough. See, I feel like maybe we should just wait a little bit until we can get that. Because that sounds like it's going to be awesome. Summon a tornado that slowly hunts down nearby enemies and, upon ensnaring them, inflicts multiple hits. That seems like it's going to be worth having, and it's going to be worth more than just upgrading some ability we've already got. Even though a lot of these are great. Do I have this one? Jump back, then deliver a punishing counter. I must have that one. Maybe I just don't have it equipped. So I've got Wicked Wheel, and I've got Gouge. Wicked Wheel is fun and all, but like... What if we replaced it with Rook's Gambit? Jump back and deliver a punishing counter. If the enemy evades an attack, counter potency is increased. Can be used in midair. Now, we'll just keep what we've got. We're going to go keep fighting little creatures, though, until we get 1540, and then we're going to go buy the Tornado of Winds and Death and whatnot. So, this is the moment we find out if all the crabs are down here again. No, it looks like they're all dead. Okay, good. Everything stayed dead. Everything stayed dead, and I got all of my potions back. Dying was the best thing that could have happened to us then. Because that means that everything's dead and it stayed dead. Presumably we got stuff, I don't know. If it gave me back all my potions, but also we don't get to keep any of the stuff we got from fighting all of these monsters, then that's pretty lousy. That's actually a bit of a downer. Because we spent a lot of time fighting, and if I don't have a ton of like sharp claws... I mean, I would check, but I wouldn't know. You know what I mean? Like, if I check my sharp claw stash, I'd have no real way of knowing whether or not we had more than what we started today's session with, because I don't know how many there were when we started. I have no clue. All I know is that this guy defeated me, and it cannot be left to stand. I have to defeat it now. It's a matter of honor, and also I'm not going to let it get me this time. Okay, well, after that, I wanted to give it one, just so it feels like it's a fair fight. And then after that, I'm not giving it anything. Like no more freebies for this guy. See, this is great. We're doing much better now, as you can tell. I mean, once we get close to the guy and we actually start hitting him with our attacks, that's when we're really going to come into our own. Oh! No, you're good. Listen, it's okay to be AFK. That's perfectly fine, Guild. Trust me, it's not gonna hurt my feelings then. Don't worry, I'll keep talking no matter what. I just don't have a whole lot to say right now. You know, it's just I'm just getting my revenge here. Nothing big going on. Apparently there's some like insects and there's some like living plants trying to get involved in this fight, as if they have any right to be involved in this current endeavor. Listen, this is like a personal thing between me and the Bighorn here. All right, you guys don't need to be involved. I realize we actually probably wandered into like your territory here. I have to talk Gilliam. It's a commentary track. That's what we're recording here. That's the whole idea. If I'm not talking, then what even is this? Man stares slightly open-mouthed at computer screen. That's what it would be. Honestly, that's what most of it is anyway, isn't it? Man keeps sticking tongue out. That's something I've noticed as I've been recording these. Anytime I get really into a combat encounter, and I kind of stop talking because I'm like, focusing all of my energy, I'll start to go like my tongue coming out for some reason is making me play better. I don't know. I have no idea what it is. Is there anything up here? We'll be going this way later, perhaps. Or maybe we came this way and I just don't remember. I couldn't tell you. But there we go. So that's that taken care of. So we defeated that guy, so no matter what, we got his goodies. And then what's going on over here, do we reckon? I know I saw some guys over here when we like first came into this territory. Unless I like saw them over there. That's probably what I'm thinking. And then we just fought them just now. So I think everything there is to fight in this field has been fought. So anything we could collect has been collected. If we have a look at the mini-map, it's just a matter now. We've already explored these ruins. Hold on, what is this down here? So that's Riddick's Jump. We're not going that way. What is this down here? Crooked Nash Pier? How did we get to the town in the first place? We came from over here. The Three Reeds, that's it. And then we had the Whispering. Yeah, alright, so we did all of this. Did we go down here? I guess we must have. I just don't remember it. Lots happened in the world since the last time we recorded. So, you know, my mind has been filled with a lot of other nonsense. Remembering what happened last time, you know, didn't quite take priority. All right, we've wasted enough time in this field, and I say wasted. We've invested enough time in this field, but never mind. I found some spiders we're gonna fight first. I was gonna say let's just head to the Abbey and actually do the darn quest, but I gotta fight these guys first. That's actually priority number one. I cannot suffer these spiders to live. Barely a time investment. That was just a warm-up for whatever's waiting us in the Abbey. I'm assuming it's just going to be nice, pleasant things, right? This looks like a lovely little area. I mean, yeah, it's surrounded by monsters. But surely it's just going to be full of, like, really kind and loving people and delicious, warm food and soft, comfortable beds. I've forgotten why we came here, but the game will remind me.
Good day to you.
Abbot, where's Costello?
The Abbey is not open for public prayer. May Grieger go with you?
We came to offer a donation. From Martha.
I see. Then please, follow me.
Martha's the barkeep. I remember that. And she's like, keeps the tavern and all that. So that much I'm there. I'm there on that.
I don't want to die. Please, Father. Something for the pain. I beg you. The light. It fades. I don't want to die alone. It's all right. I'm here.
Who are these people?
Martha's bearers. She entrusted them to my care, that I might ease their suffering. To the extent that I can. For the time they have left.
The curse has taken them. All of them.
As it does every bearer forced to use their gift. With each draw on the ether, their bodies petrify, till all that remains is stone and pain, and so they are cast aside.
Did we know this?
There is nothing either Martha or I can do to change that. But we can at least strive to make their final hours a little more bearable. Have faith, my son, for you shall rise again and find the happiness denied you in this life. Thank you, Father. I must offer you my own thanks for the medicine you so kindly brought. Now their final moments may be moments of peace.
Well, this is horrific.
When next you see Martha, pray tell her that 2 more have succumbed.
We should get back to Martha's Rest.
Yes, we should.
Well, that is certainly information that we did not have before, I don't think. I did not understand that bearers, when forced to use their abilities, would slowly turn to stone. That is fresh new hell delivered upon us. Hello there.
Thank you for bringing us the physic. Would that we were not so reliant on Martha's kindness. But I fear we would have naught to soothe these bearers' woes without it. Save a prayer to a god that is not their own.
Thanks, dear, for the further information. Appreciate it. Gonna have a little run around your abbey here now. Yeah, that's what I was looking for. I assumed that somewhere around here they would have treasure worth just pillaging. I mean, is it the property of the church? Maybe, but they're clearly not using it. If they're storing it in a wooden box in the back, it's not important to them. And they clearly don't value the gifts they've been given. So we're going to take those and we're going to put them to better use. And while we're in the area, we'll get rid of these death blossoms. Because nothing is going to be more detrimental to a bunch of healing efforts than killer plants attempting to, kill everyone in their sleep. I don't know if they actually do that. To be fair, normally we're the aggressors when it comes to these plants. So it's kind of hard to declare without question that they're the bad guys when I'm constantly attacking them. But I don't know. I'm just assuming that's the case. Do you think there's anything else out here to kill that we might have missed at this point? I feel like we've been pretty thorough in our investigation. I do see some crabs over here, though. So maybe we go ahead and take care of them, and then we'll head back. I don't want to leave any crabs behind.
It's over.
Rip in pieces, sir. Oh, there's more of them. Kind of assumed I'd turn around and there would be like 1, not 3.
You lose.
You lose. I don't think the crab is gonna. I don't think the crab cares. I'm just throwing that out there. I don't think the one-liner is getting anywhere. Oh, good, more sharp fangs. to make up for the ones we may have lost when we died. That's fantastic. Now I feel like we've done a pretty thorough job of destroying everything. So I think it's pretty safe for us to head back now. Hey now. Whoa, hey now. Building some big batteries to power all these stupid... Oh, you're playing Tekkit. I was genuinely trying to figure out what you were talking about in, like, terms of real life, Mr. Yates. I was like, he's building some big what is he doing? Maybe he's got, like, some sort of uphill plumbing situation where he's got to pump sewage uphill in some way, or maybe I don't know. I was trying to figure it out, but only for like the briefest of moments, and then I finally registered what was actually happening. Look, I love the channel member crabs. Got to get them out of my basement, though. There's way too many of them. Way too many of them. Are we at any point going to be allowed to ride on a chocobo? Because I keep seeing them all over the place. You fight them in the wild. I would love to actually just ride a chocobo around. I think that would be a good time. Chocobo back, like, combat? Are you kidding me? You just charge someone down, you're given like a feathery stick you can just bash people over the head with. I don't know why it needs to be feathery. Just because you're on a chocobo, there's nothing necessitates that you fight with chocobo-adorned weapons. I'm just thinking it might be fun if you had a sword that was, you know, like tarred and then dipped in chocobo feathers. Maybe you could do that with like your entire armor, and then you just look like a grotesquely large chocobo with 2 extra arms flailing around and weird pointy sword hands.
You're back. Thanks for taking care of that.
The abbot had a message for you. 2 more have succumbed.
I see. Come upstairs. So, now you know, eh?
I've seen plenty of bearers die on the battlefield. But never like that.
And all because they were born different. The powers that be can't take away their gift, so they strip them of their humanity instead. Oh, there's plenty who pity a bearer's plight. But so long as we're content to sit around, weeping for those on whose broken backs we're carried, we ain't gonna change nothing.
And so you lend Sid your strength.
What little of it I have. Used profits from this place to buy the poor buggers.
So when the abbot told us the bearers were yours...
Aye, they're my property, at least by law. Any still fit to work fetch a price beyond my means. All I can do is care for those who are past mending. But it's not all doom and gloom. Bernard's finished fixing that bridge for you. You can carry on to Eastpool now. You got questions that need answering, ain't you? Well, I wish you luck.
Thank you, Martha.
Oh, I almost forgot. Sid and I have other friends in Rosaria. Wear this and they'll know you for one of us.
Cool, we got another membership
And
card.
know that you will
Sam's
always
Club,
be
here we
welcome
come.
here. You were right, Sid. It really is them. Lord Rosfield and Lady Warwick have come back to us. And long may they stay.
Is this game at some point going to lead to us reclaiming our kingdom or our duchy or whatever it's called? Is that where this is going? I hope that's not the finale. I hope that happens early on. Because at the end of the game, we're going to fight God or something like that. That's normally how these games end. Or Destiny or Fate or something. Just based on my experience with Final Fantasy games, that's generally where they eventually end up. Brother!
Sid.
You brought chocobos!
Ah, Clive. You're not where I left you.
Hurt your hand.
I did, aye. With 1,000 little lightning bolts. Can't fling them around the way I used to. Think of it as my decoration for long service and exemplary misconduct. that you didn't come here to compare war wounds.
We didn't.
Thank you, Sid. For everything.
If you want to leave, that's your lookout. I'm sure you'll have a long and happy life together if you stay out of my way.
Sid!
Oh. I knew a girl, back in the day. She was a slave to her fate, just like you. I wanted to save her. For a while, I even thought I could. But just because you think something doesn't make it true.
Sid.
I'm no savior. Just a conceited old fool. I talk about people forging their own futures. But instead of handing them the hammer, I beat them with my own. And if no bugger wants to listen to what you've got to say, you might as well keep your gob shut. But Clive, I will say this. You're not a monster. You're the same man you've always been. Accept that, and you may yet escape your fate.
My fate.
Look, lad, you've had a hard life. And I don't see it getting much easier. You might not be able to save anyone else, but at the very least, you can save yourself.
I'll try.
And Jill, I'm sorry we didn't get a chance to talk, but I trust you'll take good care of the boy.
Yes, I will.
Is that the last of it?
Aye.
We'd best head back then. Wouldn't want to keep Nan waiting. Ta-ra then.
Ta-ra indeed. Holding on. So, make for Eastpool, which I reckon we will do right now. Because now that I think about it, we spent most of this episode just fighting creatures in the swamp, so we'll probably just continue. I would never try to pump sewage uphill. It sounds like a disaster. It's done. It is done. That chicken really asserted itself into our little group dynamic there for a second. If you have a situation where, like, you live in the country and you have like a aerobic system or a more traditional sewage system, and you have an add-on that is downhill from the rest of the house or whatever, like maybe you put in a guest house or something, but you have an oversized system that you want to go ahead and use. You don't want to install a whole second one. What you can do, depending on where you live and zoning and requirements and law and all that, you can get a second tank at that spot. So let's say you build, your mother-in-law is moving in, woo. You build her a little house downhill from where your house is. There's a little tank, and when the tank reaches a certain level, the pump comes on, pumps the sewage uphill and into the main septic, or the aerobic system. It can be done. Yeah, if it fails, it's not pretty, which is why it's not common. But it can be done. And there's some safeties you can put in place. Valves that only open one way. Water can only go one direction. I'm not a plumber. I've never done it. I would try to avoid it. But, yeah, sewage running towards your mother-in-law is not that bad of a situation, is it? So, like, you might not even want to bother with the safety mechanisms there, because, like, what's the worst that can happen? Mother-in-law is covered in sewage? Psh, No big deal. Like I said, I think I was going to go ahead and cut that episode there, but then I looked down and I was like, okay, it's been 45 minutes, and I know so much of that is going to end up on the cutting room floor because it was just me talking about bees and wasps. This is why you become a channel member, folks. You get the extended edition. You get to watch all this nonsense. And then they want to move out, and then you can fix it so your own parents can move in, and then, yeah, it's perfect. Or like your old buddy, and then you just like, hey, we're young again, boys. We're going to have parties every night. And then you realize that, you know, my friend and I, we really went in different directions after college, and it's not really the same as the old days. It was kind of fun when we hung out once a year, but we're so different now. They show up at my front door every morning, like, can we make waffles? And it's like, man, I'm allergic to gluten, and my wife doesn't like you, and my kid says you're creepy. I don't know if this is going to work long term, and then it just all falls apart, and you kind of wish, I wish my mother-in-law were back. At least she fed the cats when we went on trips, you know. Ugh. Anyway. All right. So it looks like maybe the bridge. Let me get back into that. I'm trying to picture how this is going to fit together in my head. All right. So it looks like the bridge heading out for Eastpool is now open, and our next destination is, well, that's actually a side quest. Beat against Beast. And it actually says Beast against Beast, because I can actually read, and that's what that says. I'm not... Oh, but there's actually side quests to do around here as well. Well, hey, maybe instead of heading out of town, we just see what's going on. Maybe this person will give us their chocobo if we help them.
Before the Imperials do.
Who you looking for?
Can't talk now, Oh, you're Clive, aren't you?
How'd you know that?
Martha told me all about you. Word is you're a devil with that blade.
How'd she know that?
You look like you're in a hurry. Where are you going?
Not far, I hope. But I dare not waste a moment. It might cost a man his life.
Sounds serious. What happened?
Not so much what happened as what might. They've discovered he's a bearer, see? And now, one of his erstwhile friends and neighbors wants to see him clapped in chains.
Where is this bearer?
He wasn't fool enough to wait for the Imperials to arrive. Poor sod took to the road, left his whole life behind. But they'll be after him before long. I need to find him and get him to safety, fast. Here, if you've the time and the inclination, I could do with a hand. Will you help me find him?
Can I take the chocobo?
Of course. We bearers have to look out for each other.
Thank you, Clive. With your help, we might catch up with him yet. His name's Norris. We need to find him and get him to Martha before the Imperials sniff him out.
You found him yet? You won't catch a bastard standing around clucking like old hens. That fucking snake played me false, acted like he was one of us, and the whole time he was one of them. We need him caught and handed over to the Imperials. Hanging's too good for him. Well, go on then. If he gets away, I'll see you fitted for a noose.
All right, Ronald.
Ronald?
This one's here to help. I was just filling him in.
Ha! Send a bearer to catch a bearer, is it? Not bloody likely. That's it. I'll find the bastard myself.
Come on now, Ron. It's dangerous out there. We wouldn't want you to come to any harm.
I disagree.
You want something done right, you don't send a bearer.
Clive, this might take a while. You start hunting our man, and I'll be along once I put Ronald's mind at ease.
Why don't we let Ronald go out as well?
Norris heading for the Fallen Gate. Maybe you could ask if anyone over that way knows anything. We have to find him. Don't let him slip through our grasp.
And then maybe we can arrange for an accident to happen to Ronald. We'll go ahead and prioritize this quest. I want to help this guy. I'm just saying it wouldn't hurt to have Ronald also out on the field.
Into his own hands.
Okay, so...
Hardly difficult to spot. What did he mean about being played false, I wonder?
What if we also have a conversation with this guy before we go down there? And then we'll just know what he wants, and if it happens to be in the same direction, we'll take care of them both in one go.
Martha, aren't you? Can you give me a hand? Curse my luck. I dropped my crystal off a cliff into the bloody swamp like an utter fool. Now, I've not got your knack, see, and I need that shard to chill my fish if I'm to take him to market.
Oh, okay.
A short climb down, I'll make it worth your while.
I understand.
I can't promise anything.
Well, just promise you'll look. There may be one thing I failed to mention about the crystal. A creature might have already claimed it.
Claimed it?
All right, eaten it, but only might have, you understand. There were a lot of bog crabs down there. Nasty buggers, them.
Sounds like I need to break a few shells.
Oh, don't worry, there weren't too many of them. A veritable walk in the marsh, as they say. The ladders, right over there.
Yeah, we'll go ahead and do this one as well. And we'll actually prioritize this one, because I think we can probably do these in like a 1-2 order, where we shimmy down the ladder, we get his stuff, and then we continue along to do the other quest, and then we knock them both out on our way back in. What's that over there? Is that the actual, like, capital city? It seems like it's a hop, skip, and a jump away. Why are we not just heading there now? I understand that we've got a whole lot of other things going on. I'm just thinking, like, it would be nice to go back and reclaim my empire. It's not my empire, it's the duchy. I'm going to go reclaim the duchy in the name of Clive. Yeah, this is perfect. After we grab that, we'll run back around the front way, and we'll end up there. See, this is called efficiency, is what this is. It's economy of motion, Penny. That's what this is all about. Come here, big guy.
Never heard of crabs eating crystal.
Crabs do crazy things, man. You can't really understand them. They're beyond human understanding. That was like a tough crab to beat as well. I feel like most of the crabs we fought today have not been that difficult. These crabs are of an advanced level. Hey, after this fight, we need to check and see whether or not we've gotten enough upgrade points to get the whirling whirlwind of death or whatever it's called. Because I'm really interested in that. Well, okay. Yeah, there we go. Apparently there's a space limit on that one.
It's over. This must be it. No point spending any more time down here than I have to.
I'm with you on that. There's no point in staying down here other than the fact that I think we can stay down here and meander our way back around to the other side of this bridge. Possibly. Maybe I'm completely wrong on that, but yeah, there's like a bridge right over there. Okay, this is perfect. We'll grab whatever this is. Nice 3 sharp fangs. And then we'll just double back up on this side. Of course, this is not going to be the end of the second quest, is it? Because what are the likelihood that the bearer went for a run to escape town and persecution and all that, and then ended his escape like 20 feet away, just like right here on this bridge? There's no shot this is going to be the guy. This is just us asking if anyone's seen him. Like this guy right here. Off-duty sellsword? How you doing?
You don't know a man called Norris, do you?
I do, as it happens. He ran off that way not too long back. Looked like he was in a right old hurry. And he had a lantern with him for some reason. Never known him to stay out after dark.
He was making for the marshes then. All right. Thank you.
Okay, so this isn't going to be as efficient as I had originally hoped it would be. We are going to go ahead and return this to this guy, because he said he's got to chill his fish. And when he first said that, I thought he meant that he had some weird exotic fish that he needed to keep at a certain temperature. But no, they're dead fish, and he just needs to chill them on the way to the market, which makes way more sense. But I still like the idea of having, like, ye old exotic fish tank that you use magic to keep chilled.
Any luck?
Yours, I presume.
You found it! Oh, thank you!
Yeah. I prefer the idea of, like, Arctic clownfish.
Any longer out in the sun and my catch would have made for poor eating indeed.
Be more careful next time.
Oh, I will, I promise. No point casting my nets of a morning if I'm without a crystal to see the catch to town. There was a time honest tax-paying folk could get new ones whenever they wanted. Can't now, though, not for love nor money. Crystals are scarce, and the Empire tightens its purse strings more every day. Lose this little beauty again, and I might as well scrap my nets and take to begging.
Have you ever heard of a heat pump? We're about to revolutionize this entire landscape. So that's one mission down. Now we're heading back out into the bogs. We had a lot of fun in the bogs, I believe, in the last episode. Running around, fighting a bunch of mosquitoes, and weird scorpion crab things. It was a wonderful experience. I'm looking forward to doing it all again, except maybe this time I don't fight everything that crawls. Maybe this time we just kind of mosey on through and specifically focus on our goal. And
Go far. I better keep my eyes peeled.
yeah, no, look, I'm definitely keeping my eyes wide open for any sign of him. Like, what is this blue thing on the ground here? Is this an indication that there wants to be a man passing through? It's 5 gil. Oh, baby, go back. Oh, come down. Okay, so he didn't make it far with the lamp, I see. But why would he have dropped the lamp?
A lantern. The one Norris was carrying, no doubt. At least I know which way he went.
He's clearly hanging out in the old ruins. Or he got dragged off by one of the or he got eaten. He could have gotten eaten by the killer plants.
I wonder if that someone was Norris.
Did I kill these guys, or are these guys just hanging out here dead already? Is that Norris? I think we found him. Boy, that was a pretty straightforward quest. He's just hanging out here by the water. Sup, dude?
Norris, I presume.
Leave me be.
You were never branded. So that's how you stayed hidden.
Ronald sent you after me, did he? Set an Imperial dog on his best friend. And when we were so close. I'll never forget the hatred in his eyes. But it doesn't matter now. I will not become a slave. As one bearer to another, please. Don't do this. You know how they treat our kind.
Ronald didn't send me. One of Martha's men did. He wanted to make sure you were safe.
I don't understand.
Martha takes in bearers. She's a friend. You can trust her. Believe me.
I never knew. I can't say I'm surprised, though. She has a kind heart. Kinder than most.
Just wait here and stay out of sight. You'll be among friends soon enough.
Thank you. There's few would have been so kind. And sorry. You're no Imperial dog. Far from it.
I've been called worse. Oh, I found a lantern back there. I assume it's yours.
Thanks. I dropped it when those creatures attacked me. But if I'm honest, I wasn't all that sorry to be rid of it. Ron gave it to me.
All right. I'll keep hold of it. I might be able to use it to put an end to the Imperial surge before it begins.
Ooh. We've got a cunning plan.
To have lived free for so many years, only to be betrayed by a friend.
That is truly depressing. Yes, it is. Also, he is not surviving down here. We're absolutely going to go turn in this lantern and say, look, we found it. This is all that remains of him. He got eaten by the mud crabs. And they're going to go, oh, no. And then someone's going to come down here to actually find him and smuggle him back up to Martha. And they're going to be like, yeah, all we found was a corpse. Because he did actually get eaten by mud crabs. Because you abandoned him in an area you knew was infected with mud crabs. There was goblins there before. If we had not cleared out those... I mean, I might be confusing that with a different house down there. But I'm pretty sure there was, like, foul monsters in that area. If we hadn't cleared them out in the last... Would they just not be there now? Or would they also be... Would he be dead now? If we hadn't gone down there and cleared out all the monsters. I actually don't know. I have no clue. Comment down below. Let me know your thoughts on the issue. Found his lantern, though. He's definitely dead. Wink, wink, nod. Nudge.
There you are, Clive. How goes the search?
Well branded. Have you found the bastard yet?
You're an unpleasant human being, and I don't like you.
A corpse, torn apart by monsters. And this.
Let me see that. No. It can't be.
Shall we consider that the end of the matter, then? Or do you need to see a body?
No. I mean, I've no use for bearer bones. He's dead. Let that be an end to it. Only wish those whose job it was had done what they were supposed to do and spotted him sooner. Letting a bearer go about without a brand? It's not right, I tell you. Who'll want anything to do with me now, eh? There goes the bearer lover, they'll say. I'll be a laughing stock.
Is it true, Clive? Is Norris really...
He's alive. You'll find him in a hut in the marshes. He's expecting you.
Oh, you crafty. Still, you did the right thing. Thank you. It's not much considering, but please, take this.
Sharp fangs? It's gonna be sharp fangs. Pretty confident about this. No! Darn it, it's just ash and a meteorite. Well, I don't think I was in the wrong to expect sharp fangs. That tends to be what you get around here. Okay. I think now the time has come to head out of town along the open bridge. There's one other quest we're going to hit up right over here, and then we're going to continue on to the Broken Hilt. Next time. Thank you folks for tuning in. God bless you, and I'll see you later. Goodbye. How was that for smooth? That was pretty good, right? Yeah, I think so. Hold on, I wanted to check something before we continue the next round here. Yeah, okay. We haven't done a shout out for channel members in a while, and I thought this might be a good opportunity, so I wanted to get them all pulled up. So we're probably going to do that at the end of the next episode if I don't forget. Because I want it to be in the actual video too, not just like a general shout out to everyone. My goodness, there's so many channel members now. What are we at? What, like, in terms of active channel members, how many do we have? 30! 30 active channel members! That is nuts! With the latest being Sneering Rug, Murillo Rodelli, Ice Dragon Martin Placo or Placo, Broken Light Bulb. Thank you all for your continued support. Channel memberships are getting out of control, and I'm very much here for it. I do definitely appreciate it. All right. We're going to do one more. We might actually end up doing 2 more. I'm not sure yet. I'm running out of energy drink. I'm going to have to go get some water here in a minute. I didn't have water with me because I had to dismantle my little water filter pitcher and clean it because I haven't done that in a while. And I noticed the water had a bit of a smell to it. And I was like, I think I need to clean this. So I ripped the whole thing apart, soaked it, cleaned it, replaced the filter. And it's in the fridge right now, filtering water. So I'm very thirsty and looking forward to going back and getting that. I could drink water out of the faucet. It's not like city water. It's not full of, like, poison. But it's not very pleasant either. Okay, here we go. Howdy, folks. How are y'all doing? My name is Reese, and welcome back to Final Fantasy XVI, where today we are leaving the charming little Golden Stables Martha's Rest region. I'm sure it has a name that's probably on the screen right now. Probably just Martha's Rest. And we're heading up first to the the Greenery Pastures to go beast against beast, and then we're going to continue the main adventure with holding on. What are we holding on to? What are we holding on to, Sam? I don't know. I can't remember what he says. I have this really nice artistic... Hold on. How am I doing in terms of potions? Probably fine. We don't need to worry about it. I don't remember using any, so I think we're probably all right. Should we have a chat with the old feller who did rebuild the bridge? Just see how he's doing real quick before we go on our way?
I use good solid lumber. It's the base on the other side you want to be careful of.
Thank you, Bernard. I'm going to be super careful, I promise you.
The blight had spread even further south, pushing yet more monsters down with it. I dare say we'll be seeing a few along the way.
Hopefully
We
so.
have to keep our wits about us.
Absolutely we will. I mean, first thing we need to do is completely diverge from the path to pick up whatever the heck this is. And then I guess we're just going to fight everything that moves, because that tends to be what we do. What we got to do is we got to use up all of our good, like, potions and everything en route to the actual quest, so that when we get there, we'll be completely unprepared for whatever the boss of this region is going to end up being. Look, we've got living plants and everything. Completely forgot what I was talking about when we came down this way. I have no clue anymore. Like, that, whatever that conversation was, it's just gone now, and it's never coming back. We're just going to have to accept that and carry on. I was talking about something. I can't remember what, though. What were we saying when we were in town? Something about side quests, maybe? Yeah, I genuinely don't remember. Hey, look at this. We can do a big fire attack. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Lovely. All right, come along, wolf boy. Whoa. Okay, we got another big turtle. These guys wrecked me once before. I'm not sure if I'm ready to fight another one. Should we go ahead and, like, just potion up? There's no reason to just not go ahead and take the potion. It's not like we're going to find the missing health anywhere else. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and fight the tortoise. I don't care. Come on, big guy. Do that again, I dare you. I have a question. When a monster does a magic attack, does that mean the monster is a bearer? Like, how does that... How do the rules work about that, you know? Big fire attacks. Big fire attacks. Come on, big guy. I hit the dodge button. I want to be very clear about that. I did hit the dodge button. Just not at the right time, I guess. You son of a gun.
Not this time.
That time I got it. But then I immediately went in for an attack as he was still spinning. So I can't really brag about that. That stomp is, like, useless. I don't know why we have it. It seemed like it might be interesting when we got it, and it just... Actually, I don't think that's true. I put off getting it for a while because it didn't seem like it would be useful. And so far, I've got to say that has been accurate.
Too slow.
Stupid fat turtle. In my mind, when I was about to say that, it was going to have a Gollum accent. You know, like when he says, "Stupid fat hobbits." And then for some reason, I just said it without the Gollum voice. I don't know why. In my head, it was going to be, "Stupid fat tortoise." And then I actually said it, and there was no Gollum voice. I can't explain it. It's like my brain made a decision, and my actual vocal cord said, "Not today. No, I can't be bothered going along with your silly little ideas. I'm not going to do... I'm not going to abide by your wishes, brain. You're on your own on this one. You're just going to say stupid fat turtle randomly in a normal voice. And look like a fool." And I did. I did.
It's over. It's over.
I feel like... You know what? Hold on. Okay, so with that guy defeated, I'm wondering if we finally have what we need to get... No! Yes! We absolutely do! Should we go ahead and get this then? Summon a tornado that slowly... Yeah, that seems like it's going to be super overpowered. And absolutely incredible. So where do I put that? Does that replace this, or does that replace one of these? I actually don't know. Okay, so it obviously replaces one of these. So this is the one there where we go crazy claw mode. I want to keep that one. We'll replace this one then with aerial blast. Is that the summon a tornado that slowly hunts down? Yes. And then I'm immediately ready to give that a try. So it's also ready to go. And that's going to be up at the top there. Okay. Should we... I mean, I want to test it on more than one enemy. Because I feel like it's one of those things that's going to be... Yeah, here we go. This will be perfect. Oh, wow. Look at that. Oh, it looks cool. Oh, that's fantastic. It's not... I mean, how long does it go for? Is going to be what determines aerial blast times 40. Oh, it's completely taken them out. Except for this guy. This guy somehow avoided it. That is actually my new favorite thing that we can do. That is fantastic. How long does it take to recharge, though? How long are we going to be waiting on that one? A while, it looks like. That's all right. Like, you pull that out at the right moment in battle, and you basically don't have to worry about half the things you're fighting. Is this our guy? Do we have a moment here? Oh, no, this is a different place. These are just different people. Hey, what's up, dudes? What are y'all doing just hanging out down here? I forgot we went in a completely different direction across a bridge and all of that. That part had completely escaped my mind. These are just like some random footpads just kind of hanging out and having a good time. So and then we just roll up and start hitting them with fire and air. Are we the baddies? No, because they're objectively the bad guys. You can tell because they're wearing like weird masks and are just comporting themselves in a menacing manner. Therefore, we're objectively the good guys. Also, they have red bars above their head. If you're ever wondered in real life whether or not someone's a good or bad guy, look for red bars above their head. I see things like that all the time. I assume that's normal, right? When you folks go out and about and just are living your lives, do you see like nameplates above people's heads? What about clocks ticking down? Like, you folks see that too, right? That's not just a me thing. Like, when you're walking down the street, you'll notice, like, an older man, he starts coughing, and you look over, and you notice his clock is, like, draining much faster than everyone else's, and you realize that, oh, something just changed, he's not going to be with us much longer. Everyone else sees those, yeah? What about the voices? Do you guys all hear the voices? Like, the whispers? Like, when you're about to walk in someplace, and you suddenly hear in your ear, like... And you're like, oh, I shouldn't go in there today. Today is not the day to go in there. That's something everyone experiences, right? Just asking for clarification on the matter. Look at the spiders go, man. They're just not going to be with us much longer. Could I pull one of them out? Oh, I can! If I wanted to. I could pull them out and just fight them down here on the ground. Oh, it does make it look easy, doesn't it? Thank you for noticing, Jill. Thank you for noticing. So this is the alternative path that we didn't take. With more death blooms. I'm just assuming it's worth it to fight everything. I don't know. See, this is a great ability. I think it's a lot of fun, and I think I want to upgrade it. That was cool. I don't think I did anything to do with the ice, though. I think that was all her. Can I upgrade her abilities, or do they just, like, upgrade themselves over time? I assume she is also leveling up at all times. I don't know that to be a fact, though. Finished. The game probably explained it to us like 40 minutes ago. I just wasn't paying enough attention. It's like, oh, when you have party members and they level up too, then this happens. Did you get that? And I just hit yes and just kept talking about something ridiculous. Like oysters or something. I don't know. Crabs. I don't know. There's a thing about JRPGs, and I'm sure that this is probably not true of this game, but I'm so conditioned to, if you're in an area and there are enemies, you need to fight them, or when you get to the next like area, you're going to be severely underleveled, because you fool. You didn't realize that those guys were necessary to fight. You were expected to go fight all of those guys. You got to do that. This is also, I feel like, the first time in any of these where the area has been wide enough. Like last few episodes in this region is the only time the level's been wide enough where the things you're fighting are optional. Because at every point before this, oh, it's one of these disgusting creatures. Do not like them at all. Yeah, run away. Hideous. Don't like you guys. Happy to see you go. Love watching you leave. Goodbye. In all the other areas, everything is a hallway. And granted, if you look at the map here, this is all just a series of hallways, but there is a path right down the middle that I reckon we could take that does not involve fighting much of anything. And I'm very just ignoring it and going into battle with all of these like prey claws and whatnot. I don't want to use the tornado ability right now. It takes too long to recharge. I want to just like lean off of that and focus on using regular attacks and everything. And just hold on to that one for the future. So let's see if we can get a feel for this. I do want to poke in down here, and I want to loop around up here. So I guess we'll go forward and around first. And then once we complete the loop, we'll go straight down, clear out whatever's waiting for us down there. And then finally, we'll head to the bridge and see what the side quest is going to end up being. It's at this really cool-looking ruin. This is a fallen ruin. So the fallen were, I guess, the advanced civilization. I've not really, acknowledged that it could be the case that these are aliens. That could be the case. Maybe we're aliens. Maybe we're the fallen. Maybe we came here from another world. And then something happened that caused society to collapse. And now we're just sort of like the remnant who are living in these ruins, and we don't really understand the world that we're living in. I'm waiting. I'm ready for anything. It's a Final Fantasy game. Literally any of these things could be true. Okay, you know what, pal? Here's what I think about this. There you go. Are they going to keep getting attacked by the... It looks like the tornado is still attacking them. And we're also standing in the midst of the tornado. It's a bit of a mess right now. I can't actually see what's happening. Oh, good. It cleared up at just the right time. Okay. So this isn't a wyvern, it's just a wyver. It's a wyvern that's lost the N at the end of its name. I don't even know what I did just then. I have no clue. The screen got real interesting looking for a moment, and then it was just on the ground, staggered. Did I, like, do a parry, and then that went into a stagger, and the game got confused for a minute on what to, like, award me or tell me? It didn't even try to communicate what happened. That was a parry. That's what that looks like. I feel like parries are the way to go. I feel like if you can really get the timing on a parry down, you get a moment to just really hammer into them for a lot of damage, and really you can bring that stagger gauge right on down. So that's definitely the approach, I think. But that requires timing beyond what my elderly, aging grandpuff brain is capable of comprehending. Hello there, you. How are you doing?
You there! Over here!
I'll hear you out. What is your side quest?
Excuse me, I'll use that blade of yours. Ugh, curse my luck. I'm branded. No time to haggle with whoever holds your leash. Wait. That's the slumbering chocobo you're wearing. You and the Marfors, are you? Good. She won't begrudge me the use of you, then. Not while there's wolves about. We tried dealing with them ourselves. Made out baked, think we might swoop in and slaughter the lot. But we didn't expect the pack to be quite so bloody big.
I expect the blight drove them here. They must have fled their homes for greener pastures.
We'd hoped empty bellies might make them easy prey. We'd made them mean instead. Martha's no fool, so she must see something in you. Do us a favor and get rid of them, will you?
Sure.
All right. I suppose those wolves pose a threat to everyone.
Hey, that's what I'm talking about. I'd wager the greedy bastards are still over yonder, finishing off our bait. When you've seen to every last one of them, go and speak to my friend over the bridge. Bryce, his name is. He'll want to know if it's safe to come across. All right, off you go then.
Yeah, alright, pal. Thank you. I'll prioritize your quests. It's just a bit of wolves. If there are wolves over here, we were going to fight them anyway. So, it's... This takes nothing. This takes absolutely nothing. This was going to happen no matter what. You know what? Come here, fellas. Check this out. This feels like it's overpowered. This feels late game. Like, we should not have this right now. Can I, like, pull this guy over and into it? Yes, I can. Come here, you. I can pull guys from... I can pull guys from outside of the tornado into the tornado by just standing in the middle of it and using Deadly Embrace. Oh, man. And then they're all just, like, laid out here for me to do things like this. Best ability. Absolutely best ability. There was...
Let him know the road's safe.
Yeah, no, hold on. There was an ability similar to this that was for fire. Not similar in the fact that it was, like, just the same thing but a fire tornado, but, like, similarly expensive. What does this one do? Summon a massive pillar of fire that burns all enemies caught within its flames while also partially restoring Clive's HP. No, I take it back. No, that is actually incredible, too. Slightly more expensive. We're not going to have that one for a while, but that's the next thing we're getting. To heck with upgrading any of these other abilities, I want this big one here, because that sounds just incredible. My gosh. Do these get demonetized sometimes because of the language? No, I've never had one of these get demonetized. Normally, with monetization, I found if the cursing is in the game, YouTube doesn't care. And also, it depends on how frequent it is. So, and when it comes in the video. Normally, it matters a lot more if it's, like, right at the beginning. So if you open up your video with, man, all these effing slurs, insults, curses, whatever, you're going to get demonetized. But then if it's just in the game and it's later on, YouTube doesn't seem to care. But I'll be honest with you, I'm not too worried about it with the amounts of views these get. It's less of a concern anyway. If a Tekkit got demonetized, that would be an issue. But no one's cursing in Tekkit, so we're good to go. We're good there. So I guess what we need to focus on now is fighting every crab that we see and every single individual little monster. See, we've got to go this way and fight whatever that guy is. He's having a bit of a day right now. Yeah, see, this is like a whole big region down here that we're going to have to go poke around in. Because well, I mean, maybe we should go finish the quest first, and we'll get some points for that. But we've got to work our way up to getting the big fire wall, because that sounds like it's going to be incredible as well. What is this? Is this the fella? Hi there, fella. Vexed villager, you say, eh?
You, Bryce?
What's it to you, bearer?
Your friend asked me to get rid of the wolves, so I got rid of the wolves.
You'd have me believe a single bearer slew the entire pack. Then again, if you didn't, you wouldn't be on this side of the bridge. Bugger me, you're a tough one, aren't you? Oh, Frederick! You wily bastard. I'd never thought to pit beast against beast like that.
I get the title of the quest now.
Be sure to pass our thanks to your master.
All right. Thanks, buddy. This screen, I feel like, is up for way too long. And it's just awkward and quiet while it's being displayed. Now we're going to go fight the giant troll. Again, nothing to do with the main quest. It's just, it's an obligation right now. If we want to have giant pillar of flame, at some point you have to go fight. I see what the downsides of these things are, right? It's because they take so much longer to recharge. So you probably don't want most of your abilities stacked to be things that take a really long time to recharge when you're fighting a ton of smaller enemies, or even one big one. But actually, no, I take it back. With a lot of smaller enemies, like, that's perfect. That's exactly what these abilities are made for. I'm going to kill everything that's, like, little out here before I go try to fight the giant. Was that a minotaur? It looked similar to the minotaurs we fought before. It could be. That or giant troll or whatever the heck that guy is. But as you can see, this ability is already recharged. This one still hasn't from when we used it on the wolves. So I can understand why you wouldn't want a majority of your abilities to be like that. But a lot of these things can be upgraded later on. I don't know if that makes them recharge faster. It would be great if it did. Okay, yeah, it is a minotaur. We fought them before. Is he already, like, aggro on us? Doesn't appear to be. Okay, let's put that off then. Oh, it's these little guys. See, if I wasn't about to go fight a minotaur, and if I didn't care about seeing how well our tornado ability is stacked up against a minotaur, I'd be using this for... Oh, there's two minotaurs. All right. Perfect parry right there. Now we know definitively when the screen does that, that's what's happening. So we got to pick a minotaur right now. I think we're going to take care of this one first because we saw him first. I'm assuming it's going to be the same fight, though. Take this big guy. Oh, he doesn't seem quite as bothered by it. In fact, no, he's just completely leaving it. Okay, well, now we know. Not as useful against the big guys. Actually kind of detrimental because it's hard to see what he's doing inside of the twister. It is damaging him. I'll give it that. But it's not quite the same. It's not quite the same. Just throwing that out there in the future. Definitely better against multiple smaller enemies. Almost useless here. Boy, I hope these guys aren't, like, friends, you know what I mean? I hope they don't, like, help each other out of tough scrapes and rush to each other's aid. It looks like he's just chilling out back there and not really paying a lot of attention to what's happening over here, which is hopefully how this stays.
This time.
Oh, sir. I was in the middle of a move. You knew I couldn't get out of that.
My wounds, boy.
If we had big wall of fire, we could heal ourselves with it, which would be nice to have. I don't know what I have against using potions. I just have this thing in my mind where I think I'm going to run out of them when I really need them. But when I really need them is right now. Because Because if we die, then it doesn't matter if I have a bunch of potions left over in my inventory. I'm dead. But I also think that I might play better when I'm close to dying. Maybe I'm, like, more cautious. I mean, clearly that's not the case. I just think that when I have a whole lot of health, I'm more, like, carefree, more like gung-ho, to my own detriment. I should not have done this just now. I forgot that I had that. Somehow I forgot it would be the tornado ability. Not that it matters. There's no one down here we're going to be using that on again anyway, because it's not super useful against these guys. So that was 3 briar clamshells. Nice. So we're going to go fight one more of these guys, and then we're going to hope wherever we're heading to up here has a place to buy more potions. Come on, big guy. Let's go. Okay, when you're in the middle of an attack, no matter how many times you hit the dodge button, surprisingly, the game will just not let you dodge. I know that's bizarre, isn't it? When you're in the middle of an animation? Go figure. I think 7 Remake is like that too until you get a certain ability, maybe? I don't know. I've noticed that I'm like being the wind-up for to do something in combat, and the game says like, no, you've been bitten, you can't do it. And it's infuriating, and I think I remember that from the last 2 times I played the game. I'm also pretty sure you get the ability later on. Maybe it's something you add. You know what? It's probably a piece of materia or something. I'm still in like the very early stages of that game. I'm replaying it again on the Steam Deck, and it's been a lot of fun. It's crazy to me that I just played that game a year ago, though, and I'm still like, you know what? I know all the story beats and everything, but little things are happening in the combat. I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot about this. This is such a good game. And I come back to this, and this is also a good game. The problem is it is a Final Fantasy game, so I can't help but compare the two, and I do definitely have a preferred one of the two. This game does a lot of really cool stuff, and I do enjoy playing it. Like, I think this is still a good game. You can think that one is better than the other and still like both. I know that's controversial for a lot of folks. I've been seeing a lot of really bad hot takes about this game. I think one of the dumbest things I've heard people say is that it's a bad game. This is not a bad game. It's okay if you don't like it. It's not what you wanted out of a Final Fantasy game. But you cannot say that this is a bad game. This is actually phenomenal. I'm playing this game. I'm playing the Windows version of this game on Linux via Proton, and it's running flawlessly. You don't get that out of PC ports a lot these days. I mean, just look at the Jedi Survivor PC port. It's hot trash. But this is like a port to PC. No, I'm not playing this on. What am I saying? This is on PlayStation 5. What am I talking about? I just had a moment where I was thinking about I'm playing 7 on PC, and it's running flawlessly. That's something else I wanted to point out. 7 Remake, running on the Steam Deck, perfect. It's running completely flawlessly. This game is 100% on the PS5, and I'm holding a PS5 controller in my hand, and I don't know what I'm talking about. Please excuse me. I do expect... you know what? That's not the first time I've told someone that. Because the other day, someone asked me if I played this game. I was like, yeah, I'm playing it right now. I'm like, what are you playing it on? This is a PS5 exclusive, at least for launch. I was like, I think I just got it on Steam. And it took a real long time for me to realize what I said. It's like, no, I don't. No, I bought it on PlayStation. Because it's a PlayStation game. I don't know what that is. I don't know what to tell you. I probably will buy this game again, though. Because it's going to come out on other platforms. I don't think they have long-term exclusivity. So when this game does come out on PC, I'm probably going to get it again. What's going on down here? What could this possibly be? This is a lovely little shack. There's like nothing here except for whatever this is. Okay. Briar clamshells, just the 6 of those. Is there no other reason for this little building to exist? There's nothing in here. Oh, there's a little bit of loot. This is very odd. I wonder if we're going to come back. Oh, goblin coin. I bet you we're going to come back here later for like a side quest or something. Because I can't figure out... There's not even bad guys here. There's nothing to fight. There's nothing to see. You collect a goblin coin and then you just go on your way. There's 100% going to be a quest where some kid runs away from home and is hanging out down here. We're going to go to rescue him. And they're going to be getting attacked by a goblin or something ridiculous like that. And then we're going to try to save them, but they'll be killed by the goblin. And then we'll just bring back the goblin head and say something like, I couldn't save your child. I did what I could. and just throw the goblin head down. They're like, well, the boy were a bearer anyway, so it's no great loss. The bearers are terrible, and I hate them. Nyah. And then Clive will be like, you're awful. Because I guess he's Batman now is what I've decided. Even though it has never sounded like that at any point in the game. You're a terrible mother. And we're going to drag them down there and hand them over to the goblin men. It's a real bizarre side quest I've envisioned. There's a reason I'm not hired to write these quests. Although I mean, if that turns out being anything like that, then I'm going to need like some residuals, because clearly they got the idea from me in the past and brought it into the future, or the other way around, something like that, I'm guessing. This is not the place we saw earlier. Remember when we were way back yonder, we could look out on the horizon and see like a whole town? This just looks like a wee village. I like it. It's cool. There's lots of windmills. Windmills are fun. You don't see windmills a lot. Unless you're out in, you know, North or West Texas.
Murdoch when I was young. This area seemed a very different place back then.
Well, it was. That was before it was taken over by the Empire and became kind of worse. So it's very well spotted. Can we get inside of this thing? Can't even climb up there. What have we going on here? All right. Well, this place is lovely. I guess we're going to carry on, though. Not much to find. We've just stolen these people's goods. Again, if you're leaving it in a rickety wooden chest outside, you clearly don't actually care about it. So it's going to be much better off with me. Can we see that big city from here? I don't know what direction I would need to look in. I feel like it was back the other way. I think we're actually heading in the opposite direction of where we need to reach the big city.
Quiet, isn't it?
Yes.
Too quiet.
You're Clive Rossfield.
Hey now. You gotta be careful with that name.
It's me, Hannah, Rodney Murdoch's wife.
Oh!
Lady Hannah.
Oh, I knew it was you. You haven't changed at all.
That's objectively false.
Lord Marquis and Jill too. It's so good to see you both again.
It's good to see you too, Lady Hannah.
If you have time, you simply must come back to the house. I haven't much to offer, but what is mine is yours.
We should be delighted.
Nice to have a familiar face. Do you sell potions? I need some. Can you give me a bag expansion?
The world ever since. I can well understand fleeing from those iron blood brutes, but oh, to take to the road at such a tender age.
Dude, why is she kind of fine though?
It wasn't easy, but we survived, and
now we're back. It's wonderful to see you safe and well, Lady Hannah. Do you think you will stay here, in Eastpool? Rosalith still enjoys the Mother Crystal's blessing, does it not? You could always move.
This house holds a lot of memories for me. So long as I can live here in peace, here I shall stay. Not that it matters. The capital is closed to civilians, by order of the Duchess. Or should I say, Her Imperial Majesty. Annabella's marriage to the Emperor of Sambrec heralded a great many changes here.
yes, of course.
Oh, forgive me. I didn't mean to...
Please. There is nothing to forgive. Would my mother not make an exception for you and your husband? Surely she would not refuse the Lord Commander.
Ah. You haven't heard, then. Rodney passed away on the night of the fire. He never returned from Phoenix Gate.
I'm sorry.
Clive.
My poor child. You look pale. All this traveling must have taken its toll. I insist you rest. We can talk later. Hmm?
Are you sure you don't want to sleep inside?
I can't. Not after what I did.
Lady Hannah said she would prepare a change of clothes for you in the morning. She really has been very kind.
Years of killing. 13 years without the faintest glimmer of hope. It was only Joshua that kept me going. I swore that I would avenge his death. That I would kill his killer. That was the only thing that gave my life any meaning. But if it was me who killed Joshua and Murdoch and all the others, then why the hell am I still breathing?
I ask myself the same. When I fought, hundreds died. There were so many bodies, so many lives cut short in their prime.
That day in Dalmekia, I wanted to join them. I wanted it all to end. I couldn't bear it anymore. If living meant being that, better to be just another body.
They're bonding over their shared trauma.
I'm sorry.
Do you remember that night on the balcony, when we looked up at the moon? I said a prayer to Metia, and that prayer was answered.
That was smooth.
You came back to me. The heavens must have a plan for us.
Is she going in for a kiss? I can't tell. I feel like that was the 80 and she was waiting for you to go the other 20, brother, and you just kind of stared at her.
Get some rest.
Right.
You gotta learn to read the signs, man.
Good night, Clive.
You could be having a completely different kind of night right now.
Sleep well.
God, Ifrit for brains, this guy. Jills are wasted on the wrong Clives, you know what I mean? Is there going to be a twist that
Thank you.
the dog is actually like a person or
the sight of me.
a supernatural being?
You look just like Elwyn did when he was your age.
How did you come to have some of my father's old clothes?
Oh my gosh, look at us!
Oh, before Elwyn became Archduke, our families would often summer together. He and Rodney were like brothers. These clothes have been in a wardrobe for years, collecting cobwebs along with everything else.
Well, I'm very grateful for them. And sorry for depriving you of your memories.
Not at all. It's what your father would have wanted.
They suit you well. Thank you, Lady Hannah.
Yes, thank you. You've been most kind.
No, I should thank you. It may only have been for a short while, but seeing you again took me back to happier times. Fare you well, my lord and lady.
And you, Lady Hannah.
Hey, don't mention you saw us here. If you don't mind keeping that to yourself. Oh, I'm sorry, wait, hold on. We just got like a ton of stuff.
To the north. It should take us all the way to Phoenix Gate.
Yeah, that sounds like a plan. Let's have a look at our map, though, real quick. Did we also just get, like, a new sword, or was that my imagination? It kind of looked like that was implied here. So what have we got? We do! Okay. Currently equipped. Never mind, I take... No, yeah, okay, so we've already swapped it out. It is better than the Gaia blade that we had. So imagine if we can get this thing upgraded. And then what else did we get? It kind of looked like we also got maybe, like, a new belt? Yeah? See, the game did a good job. It was like, we're going to automatically equip some new stuff, but you're going to like it because it's going to be better than what you had. What's all this nonsense, then? What is this? Increases aerial combo damage. What do I currently have equipped? What are all of these? I'm sorry? What increased Scarlet Cyclone damage, increased Heat Wave damage, increased the Rising Flame. Okay, that's fun. Lots of stuff here. I'm not really interested in swapping any of this out right now. I'll have to go through it all and kind of inspect it. But then in terms of abilities, 500. We're so far away. We're so far away from getting that next big item that we want to get. But let's see. There's no side quests to do around here. I'm going to do a loop of the town, though. Just have like a look around. Really just burn this place into my memory so I'll remember it in the future. Look at that. Nice stack of wood. Nice stack of hay. Nice stack of nonsense. And then, oh my goodness, that's what we're really looking for right there. Just some goblin coin. If we ever find like a goblin shop, I'm sure that'll all come in handy. What's up, villager?
Where are you off to then? Or hasn't your master told you? Either way, I expect our humble village ain't your final destination. Not to say it didn't have its charms. Take that tower. Relic of the Fallen it is. Must have stood there 1,000 years. And in all that time, no one's ever been inside. Mysterious, eh?
Are you suggesting that I should go inside of the Fallen Tower? Because I would love to, if the game would allow it. But I don't think the game's going to let me.
Buying, I'm selling.
Okay, buddy, that's good to know. So first thing we want to do is, oh, look at that, 11,000 for this one. The Breath of Wind, Rook's Gambit. Wait, reduces Rook's Gambit cooldown time by 2.7 seconds. I didn't know we could get items that lowered the cooldown. That's actually pretty solid. But we don't use Rook's Gambit, so it's not super useful. I can come back here in the future if I want to. Oh, look, an even more expensive orchestral roll. This is insane. Get out of here. Potions, though. Yeah, stock me up on those. Desperately, desperately need more of those. Is that the max? This is where we're going to end up spending all of our money on in the course of this game. And then we can sell some stuff. Like, I don't think I need the broadsword anymore, or the bastard sword. I could probably go ahead and sell the guy. I mean, is there really a reason to use one of these over the other? It's not like either of them offers any unique abilities. It really does seem like as long as the stats are bigger, that's the better weapon. So I'm going to go ahead and sell that, because I don't think I need it anymore. And then, I don't know. See, that's the thing about these, is I'm not really sure if they offer anything useful other than just stat boosts. It doesn't appear like they do, so I could go ahead and probably, making terrible mistakes right now, selling all of this stuff without fully understanding the implications of my actions. We'll do the same here. Again, we're just going to very boldly sell both of these items. And I'm not going to sell any of these because these might come in handy. And then, yeah, we can sell things like the Dragon's Talon, the Minotaur Mane, Imperial Linkage, and all that stuff, but we're going to hold on to it. Out of curiosity, what is the value of a sharp claw? A sharp fang, I should say. Not a lot, but we have a lot of them. We can sell all of them for quite a good bit of scratch, but what if I need them for something in the future? I don't know what. I have no idea what I would need them for. If I sold them all, we might be able to afford a song roll. But to what end? Also, what awaits us up here? So we're going through the Dim, which is a... I mean, that could be a good insult, but I'm not sure who you would direct it towards.
You? Those are Elwyn's. By the flames. You're his firstborn. Clive Rosfield.
People need to stop just saying those things out loud.
Oh, you can't fool me, my lord. You're the very image of your father. And that would be true even if you weren't wearing his clothes. The self-same garments Hannah was keeping for you, if I'm not mistaken. She always swore that she would never part with them until the day Elwyn's sons returned. And now that day has come. Why, you'll be able to take your bearers back as well.
My bearers?
Do we have our own, like, private army of bearers? That would be fantastic. I mean, we'll send them all to, like, Sid or whatever, but...
Forgive me, Master Mayor. I was a child when last I came to Eastpool. I didn't recognize you.
Oh, I'd be surprised if you recognized anything at all. Much has changed since Rosaria fell to the Empire. Not least for the bearers, who once served her noble families. When the Ironbloods sacked Rosalith 13 years back, many who lost their masters fled here in search of sanctuary.
And never returned.
Aye. The plan was to send them home once we'd won back the capital. But then the Imperials arrived. Rosaria became a province of Sanbreque. The duchy was dissolved, and they no longer had any home to return to. Back in your father's day, any bearer who lost their master became a ward of the duchy. We'd hand them over to the sheriffs, and they'd be assigned a new position. But when we saw how the Empire treated their branded, we knew that wasn't an option. So they've been here ever since.
It's time to train them for war.
To give them to me.
They're yours by right, Lord Rosfield. Bequeathed you by your late father. And they'd be better off serving you than hiding here. Indeed, many of them used to serve your house, and still considered the Rosfields their masters.
I'm no one's master. Not anymore. They wouldn't be safe with me.
I understand. You'll forgive an old man his fanciful notions. Been daydreaming for too long. But still, I would ask a favor of you. A small mercy.
If it is within my power.
One of the bearers is an elderly fellow who still swears absolute loyalty to Archduke Elwyn. I don't ask that you take him into your service, only that you meet with him. Let him see that Elwyn's son still lives, and that he's as fine a man as his father ever was.
It would be my honor.
Thank you, my lord. He sits by the well most days, watching the people go about their business. If you could show him your face, I would be most grateful.
I like the sound of this old feller. We'll go have a chat with him. I mean, it seems like we have to anyway. It seems like it's going to be part of the main quest. They're literally not going to let me leave this place until we do it.
Different, you know, especially dressed like that. Come on, let's go and meet that bearer.
Who knows? He might end up being like a wizard or something. Maybe he joins us on our adventures. Did he fall into the well? I certainly don't see him by the well.
He's not here.
Well observed, Jill. Thank you.
Well, I can't leave without meeting him. I've let the mayor down once already. It would be cruel to disappoint him again.
All right, let's ask around. Someone must have seen him.
Let's inspect his footprints and follow him. Is that too much of a Zeno sort of situation? Howdy there.
Well now, unfamiliar faces. What brings you to Eastpool, travellers?
We're looking for an elderly bearer. You wouldn't happen to have seen him, would you?
Ah, you mean the old boy who always waits by the well?
Yes, that's him.
What business do you have with him, if you don't mind me asking? You're not from the capital too, are you?
We are, in a way.
Well then, it's a pleasure to meet a fellow Rosalithian. I was born and raised down Market Street. And never would have left if Archduke Elwyn had survived the fire. It wasn't the same when the Duchess took over, though. All the beatings, the evictions, the levies going up and up and up, even as the blight took half the harvest. Oh, listen to me, telling you what you already know. I'm sorry. I'm afraid I can't help you with your bearer either, though I doubt he'll have gone far. He comes here every day, almost as if he's waiting for something.
We'll keep asking around then. Thank you.
My lights are starting to get to me. They're just burning my retinas right now. Hi there, you.
Good day, milady. What can I do for you?
I'm looking for a bearer, an elderly fellow who used to serve the Rosfields. Have you seen him?
Ah, that old loon. No sign of him today.
Well, that's just mean.
Funny, he's usually down by the well at this hour, cooking up his fantasy feasts.
I'm sorry?
Oh, he worked in the kitchens at Rosalith Castle back in the day. Still thinks he's there now. You'll often hear the poor fool chatting away to the Archduke. Living in a dream he is. But better there than here, I suppose. Can't imagine the Viceroy stopping to trade tales with a bearer. Can you?
No.
Anyway, you'll be round here somewhere. Doubt he has the path to stray too far.
Thank you. We'll keep looking.
He's already dead. That's why he didn't come to the well today. What else would have kept him from here? That's odd.
Hey, hold on a mo. Young Patrick, the chocobo keeper, might know where he is. He's taken the old bird under his wing, so to speak. He'll be in the stables. You should go and have a word with him.
Patrick the Chocobo Keeper. Thank you. We will.
See, I thought the guy was just going to have a weird, like, stare-off screen for a minute, and then nothing would come of it. So I appreciate that he did actually give us some direction.
If we're to keep up the pretense. Come on, let's head for the stables.
Absolutely. And did we go through here already? Maybe we passed through... You know what? We passed through here as part of a cutscene. That's why I don't recognize any of it. Is there anything to be gleaned from back here? I understand this is not the way we're supposed to be traveling. But we've not been back here before, which suggests to me, yes, we have, because I tried to go up there earlier. Never mind, I take it all back. It was all wrong and a mistake. Yeah, no, we've been across here before. I remember this fella. What is he looking at? Oh, he's a troubled youth. Did the old man try to, like, throw himself off the edge or something? What's the situation?
Where the bloody hell's he got to?
Excuse me, but is something the matter?
It's this bearer I've been minding. I take my eyes off him for 1 minute and he disappears. He's not in his usual spot by the well, nor anywhere else in the village.
You must be Patrick.
I am, but...
And this bearer you're looking for, he's an elderly man who used to work in the Rosalith Castle kitchens, yes?
That's the fella. How do you know all this? I've never seen you in Eastpool before, but you seem to know the place better than I do myself. Ah, so that's how it is. Well then, if you're acting under orders of the mayor, you're on about to help me find him. He's been losing what little sense he had left of late, saying the sheriffs are coming to collect him and that he needs to go back to the castle.
Oh dear.
I was supposed to watch over him, keep him out of trouble. But if he's walked out on us, there's not a lot I can do.
Understood. You keep searching here. We'll look for him outside.
Thank you. I'm in your debt.
I hope he hasn't wandered into trouble.
No, it looks like he's just wandered into this field back here. Okay, is this eventually going to lead us back down there to that little house? Like, the implication is that he's over here, but we're just going to find evidence that he was here at one point. And eventually it's all going to lead down there where we're going to find him being harassed by goblins.
Could he have strayed even further?
Oh, wait a minute. Was this here all along? Wait a minute. Was there a mountain trail back here earlier that I just didn't go down? Or is this, like, recently opened up? I feel like if I'd known this was here, I would have walked down this trail so that I could collect whatever was down here and fight whatever was waiting for me. Probably another minotaur or possibly wolves and living plants. This guy really went on a journey. For an old timer who can't get around much, he really did get around much.
There's someone over there.
It might be him. We should hurry.
Yes, let's stop and discuss it first.
Company.
You've got to be kidding me right now.
We can't lead them to the old man. They need to die.
Agreed.
This is getting ridiculous. Yeah, there was only one way we were ever going to deal with this situation. It was this. I like that they kind of bob up and down. That's fun. I like that the new enemies approaching. We got to suck them into here then. Come here, you. Yep, into there you go. Oh, darn it, it's done. That is unfortunate. And there's a lot of them as well. Does the old timer have like a health bar we're supposed to be keeping an eye on? Are these guys are they going to try to slip past us and attack him and we have to defend him? That's like an old school game thing. I love that sort of thing. Hold on. I'm glad that's not what's happening right now, to be clear. I'm just saying it would have been quite funny if that were the case. Yeah. Come on, let's go. Get off my screen. Oh, good, more sharp fangs. Just building up that collection. Did he not even notice any of that happening? I just unleashed a whirlwind behind him and fire, and he does not care. Whatever.
Are you all right, my friend? Come on. Let's go home.
Your Grace, you came for me. I waited for you so long, but you finally came.
I'm not who you think.
Clive.
Yes. Pray forgive my long delay.
It's nothing, Your Grace. I prayed to the Founder that you would come, and at long last, he answered. Will we be returning to the castle, then? There is still a place for me in the kitchens?
No, my friend. We will not be returning to the castle, not yet. I'm on a very important expedition, one which may take some time. Could you wait for me in Eastpool until my journey is complete? I will come back for you then. I promise.
Of course, Your Grace. For you, I would gladly wait until my dying day.
That's how this ends. That's 100% how this ends. We do come back here and he is dead. That or we just forget all about this in the future.
Thank you, both of you. You've been most kind. The memory of serving the late Archduke was as one light in the darkness, and now that light burns a little more brightly. It's nothing but a fantasy, of course, but it's better than the truth of the matter. A damn sight better. The blight is on our doorstep. Our harvests are failing. The people are leaving in droves. If it weren't for Lady Hannah selling half her worldly goods to provide for the few of us who stay behind, we would long since have starved. We want to keep the bearers safe here, we really do. But unless a miracle happens, we won't be able to spare a crust of bread to share between them soon enough.
Is it really that bad?
So bad, I even petitioned the Imperial garrison to take them. But when they found out where they'd come from, they damn near spat in our faces. Ducal dogs, they called them. Enemies of the Empire.
I know a man named Sid, who would gladly give a home to any bearer in need of one. Leave this with me. As soon as I return from Phoenix Gate, I'll speak with him.
Thank you, my lord. Will you be passing through Eastpool on your way back? I should very much like to speak with you again, if you have the time, regarding the future of the village, and what might be done for Lady Hannah. After all she's done for us.
Yes, of course. I'll be back anon.
Fare you well, my lord, my lady. I wish you a safe journey.
I feel like we are going to pass back through here, and the whole town is going to be in ruins and on fire, and everyone will be dead. I just feel like the way that this game has gone so far, that's exactly the sort of thing that is going to happen. We're going to return here after our little adventure, and it's just going to all be in flames, and everyone is going to be gone. We're going to find that what's left of that old guy, and he's going to be like, "You came back for me, my lord." And then those will be his final words. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I'm not looking forward to it at all. Other than, like, I'm looking forward to that happening and me being right about it.
The Deadlands.
But that's it.
Named.
I didn't realize they were this close.
No wonder their crops are failing. The blight is leaching the ether from the soil.
Oh my gosh.
When the last drop is drained, their fields will turn to this. No plants, no animals, no life.
And no monsters. I suppose that's one small mercy.
Is that the game's subtle way of telling me, hey, there's no use in running around and trying to explore every corner of this? Because it's just going to be a ruined wasteland, and I'm just doing it anyway? What's this?
Yes. Another relic of the fallen.
Is this the big tower? Can I get in here? Okay. At some point in the game, we're going to get some kind of blue ring. We have to put it on our finger and kiss it, and it'll open this door, something ridiculous like that. And then we'll go in there and we'll find out the truth that, yes, we're all actually living in a simulation or something like that. The game's not gotten weird yet. It's a Final Fantasy game. It's going to get weird at some point. Everything's fine and above board at the moment, but it's going to go into the depths soon enough.
As if the absence of ether didn't cause enough problems.
Take away the lad's life force, and problems are all that's left.
I don't know. This place isn't so bad. In terms of just like staying focused and pursuing a singular goal.
Like before the blight took it.
I remember. It was beautiful.
It's very hard to get distracted in here, and I appreciate that. We're just staying on target. We got a potion and a high potion, which means we're about to fight something. I know how video games work. The dim obelisk. Yeah, here it comes. I don't know what it's going to be, but we're going to have to fight it.
There it is. Phoenix Gate. Where it all went wrong.
Come on, Clive. It's time to discover the truth.
But what if we can't handle the truth? Have you considered that yet? That's a big long fade to black. Oh, we're back on the map screen. We have not been back on the map screen in ages. Wow, and we can go back to all of these places now if we wanted to. I'm actually curious to stop in at the Hideaway, just to kind of see whether or not... I'm assuming if there's quests to do there, there's bound to be a way to find out on that main screen, right? So now that we're here, there's absolutely nothing to do here, and there was no reason to come back. Okay, well, that's good to know. That doesn't matter, because that just leaves us having to go back to the world map again, which is where we were anyway. And we'll do that next time. Till then, thank you folks for watching. God bless you. I'll see you later. Bye! Boop. Oh, so how are we doing, live chat? How are we doing? Everyone hanging in there still? I forgot to read off the member names. I completely forgot. I had them pulled up over here on the second screen and just did not do it. That was an accident. That's on me. I apologize. Let's see. Trying to decide if I want to do just one more real quick. Normally we do these in like 2 at a time, which has been a lot of fun and has been working out fine. I'm like doing a little bit of an internal debate in my mind. I definitely need to get up and go get some water no matter what happens next. So I think I'm going to go do that real fast, and when we come back, I'll let you know what I've decided. So we're going to go to this. That's our Be Right Back screen, until I make a better looking one, which I need to do. I also need to do something about all that up there. That's just like a open, what is it called? The public domain image I found on the internet and stuck in the background. I need to have something a little bit more cohesive back there. That's not just a mess of colors. And we'll have an actual screen that comes up and says "Be Right Back" and maybe has some nice like music to it, something thumping like. I just made that up. I like that idea. I'm not gonna lie. I like that idea. just take that clip of me being like, whatever I did, and just like loop that. It's not a bad idea. I might do that. But then the video needs to be something completely unrelated, like geese just flying or something like that. Excuse me, pardon me. Give myself a little baby pat, like, excuse me. I've been burping babies a lot. Yeah, like a bear eating a salmon. Just like catching it out of the river, and then in the background you still have the sound effects of it all, so you hear like of the water, and then just me going or whatever I was doing earlier. Okay. I have water now. You can see it in my mustache. We just live with it. We live with it. I think we're going to go ahead and do another one. And let's see. How do we bring this up? Night of Flames, Phoenix Gate, Sid's hallway, hideaway, all useful stuff. None of it really relevant to what we're doing here. Let's get back outside onto the overworld map. And we're going to queue up. Recording. Here we go. Mic's working, right? Everything's good? All right. Howdy, folks. How are y'all doing? My name is Reese, and welcome back to our fun adventures in Final Fantasy XVI, where we're on the map. We just finished up right over here in the Dim. Not long ago, this was a lush forest teeming with life, but that was before the blight rendered it a twisted tangle of rotting bowels, shunned by even the foulest of vermin. Now, we did take a little trip back to the hideaway, only to realize there's nothing new to do there. We were looking for side quests and, like, bonus objectives, but now we are finally heading back to Phoenix Gate, where it all began. Untouched in the many winters since the stronghold's fall, the scars of that fateful night linger still upon her walls. And what we're hoping for here today is answers. Answers to all of our many questions for all the weird things that have been going on. Are we going to get them? Maybe. Maybe there's a big twist coming. Maybe we're just going to wander around the halls and do a couple of side quests and then continue. I'm not sure. You know, this game hasn't had a consistent meta so far. Every few levels is something new and different, and I'm enjoying it. Mostly navigating hallways and beating up living plants. That's like the main thing that we do. Like 90% of what we do is wandering halls and fighting plants. And I'm not complaining about it. I've had fun with it. I mean, the hallways have been lovely looking, and the plants have been a challenge.
I suppose no one had any cause to return here. No. It's just as I left it. Let's have a look around.
Hang in there, buddy. What are we going to find? The bones of all of our dead friends? The corpse of our brother we ripped to shreds? I don't know about this, man. I don't know if I really want to have a look around.
Could I have done this?
Could anyone?
Yes, I think we did do this. I can confirm. I seem to have a memory of something along those lines. That or that was already there. I can't remember.
What is it, Torgal? Clive.
What's up? Oh, yeah. Okay. See, that's Answers in a Robe, and we're just, like, gonna very slowly trail along behind him for the next hour of our lives.
I have to know.
We do need to know. That's true. Ignore the fact that I'm just, like, casting around looking for, like, distractions. I'm actually, like, laser focused on this right now. Am I going to recognize any of this? Is it actually the same layout from the time we were here before?
Where is he?
Nowhere to be seen.
Damn it! He's like a bloody eel.
Who says that?
This place, anyway. Some sort of shrine.
Oh, sorry. You've never been here before. This is the Hall of the Gate.
The gate.
It's a relic of the Fallen. Only the Phoenix's dominant can open it.
Hence the castle's name. This was where Joshua was supposed to...
There's also, like, Moria beneath here, in case you were curious.
Yes. He would have stepped through this door the next morning and listened to the words of our ancestors.
Can we open it? I know we're not the Phoenix, but...
Would you have gone with him?
No. The apodatory is holy ground. None but the dominant may enter. I and the other shields would have stood guard here and prayed for my brother's safe return.
But we did go down there. We had a big fight down there. It was very dramatic.
Where did he go?
Perhaps he went inside.
He couldn't have. He'd need the power of the Phoenix.
Bruh. Yeah, there we go. Can we have done this at that previous ruin we just went to back in the Dem?
Thank you, Joshua.
Are you sure about this?
Nevermore.
Ooh. The Hall of the Ancestors. This has a cool vibe.
Let's see if this one opens.
This is the perfect place to give us crazy answers. But have we played enough of the game to get those answers? Or...
Could this place really be a fallen ruin?
I don't know what else it could be.
Call it a ruin. It's perfect. Like it was built yesterday.
I don't know, that bit up there looks pretty broken. Unless that was just the design aesthetic they were going for. It's massive, though. What do you reckon this place was for?
Have you ever seen anything like this?
Are these
Jill?
the Fallen? Statues? Turned to stone? That could be that, yeah. Are these some sort of, like, robot guardians? It's exactly what they are. It's kind of like exploring Dwemer ruins, then. Bunch of weird magic you can't quite understand.
The usual.
Mechanicals coming after you. If it turns out they're all controlled by the power of sound... It's a fallen bug is what it is, apparently. Like that. That's fun. Hold on. I've got an idea to deal with all of them. Watch this. That's not the ability I thought it was. There it is. Epic. Okay. Stop it. I'm trying to, like, deadly embrace these guys over here. There we are. Now we just watch from the outside. No, you don't have to get involved, I promise. Just every so often stand here and you'll collect goodies. Oh, these guys have lightsabers. This guy is a bow rock. All right, no, we're going to deal with the miniature Death Star first here. We're definitely taking care of this. Did anyone else think that the medical, like, torture robot in Star Wars Episode 4 was like a mini Death Star? Or is that just me and my friends being dumb idiots? Hold on, we can't leave, like, Jill and Torgal to deal with this one alone. We're going to take care of it first. These are just lightsabers. I'm refusing to see anything else right now. That's exactly what I'm looking at. This is ridiculous. I told you it was going to get weird. It wasn't weird yet, but it's weird now.
Wake wind! It's over.
They're pretty cool looking, though. I'll give them that. 10 out of 10 for unique enemy design.
How can any of this?
Okay, see, she's asking the real
The falling
questions.
ruins were like before they fell.
I'm assuming this is the direction we want to go in, but this looks like it could also possibly be a door. But I'm guessing we're not going to be opening this one anytime soon, judging by the fact that it is not currently glowing, and as you all know, if it doesn't glow, it's not important. This is the direction we need to be heading in. I like that we just assumed this is where the guy went. We never had any concrete evidence of that. We just decided to give it a go. What if he was actually hiding up in the ceiling and no one ever looks up, so we didn't realize it? And he was just waiting for us to open it, and now he's in here. What then? We've basically just opened the door for him and are continuing to do so. Hold on, how deep does this go? Infinitely? And maybe infinitely out in all directions? Is the entire world a construct created to guard against some sort of inevitable... Okay, so that's a defense node. My concern with these guys is that they are going to be healers of some kind, and I have no evidence for that at all. We'll just do this again. Beautiful. Okay. Yep. Anyone else? Anyone else want to go in there? Look, while that's happening, I think I can come over here. No, I actually have to finish combat. That was going to be my move. I was going to come over here and, like, get the contents of the chest before this even finished. Beautiful. It would be great if it also stacked them all up in one spot. That would be quite the lark. But alas, it's not that controlled. More sharp fangs! Good, I was worried we might run out at some point. It's nice to see we're getting a really healthy supply of them, though. I'm sure at some point we'll find a use for them. Yeah, this looks way different than it did when we just sort of fell through the ceiling before and came down here, which is what tells me that... Oh, yeah, that's right. We did fall through the ground and ended up here. So it's definitely not an alternate dimension or anything that you access by going through the Phoenix Gate. This is an actual... So, wait a minute. If we'd let Little Boy come through here by himself, in Little Boy form... Would he have been able to survive? Would he've also been attacked by all of these guardians? Remember, he had a bad cough. He wasn't doing too well. This guy's clearly a boss.
Looks like he could take a beating.
Yeah, I'm thinking so. Oh, he's got a big lightsaber. He's got like a really big one. Don't hit my dog. Okay, he's not that tough. He's not that bad. I thought he was going to be bad, but he's not that bad. You're not that guy. You're not that guy, robot. Fallen Guardian. You're not that guy. I can't tell if this is actually doing more damage than just multiple small... No. Multiple smaller hits is going to do more DPI. DPI? Damage per inch? DPM? Damage per minute? What we're looking at is we're trying to do a higher damage... Oh, gosh. DPS, damage per second. That might be the one I'm looking for. Yeah. This guy does hit kind of hard, though, is the only issue.
My wounds, boy. Take this.
Jeez. He's a bit like General Grievous here, isn't he? Oh, this is probably going to end so poorly for us. Because it's not going to lift him off his feet. He's just going to be inside of here and we're not going to be able to see what's happening. Oh, but no, it's perfect right now. Because he'll just continuously take damage from the storm while being unable to move, and I don't have to worry about him harming me without me seeing it coming. So yeah, we might have actually timed that. In terms of using that during this combat encounter, that was probably the only opportune time to do so.
Not this time.
You son of a gun. Okay. Yep. Nope. Fair.
Does any of this make sense to you?
None. Let's find the hooded man and leave.
I'm with you on that one. That makes perfect sense to me. Trying to, again, for whatever reason, not use potions. It doesn't... I mean, the idea that we're going to run out, and somehow by not using them, we're going to make it to the end with plenty. That's not how it works. I might as well go ahead and use the high potion now, because it makes no difference. If we find more, we find more. If we don't, it doesn't matter. We have a cap on how much healing we can do. I just need to use them and then play better. I got to get over this mental gymnastics of, like, oh, if I stay low health, maybe I'll play better. No, I just need to play better. Just need to dodge at the proper times. What is this? Can I interact with this? It's glowing, so I just assumed. Apparently not, though. This looks very different when you're not an Ifrit just falling and throwing things around. It's a good thing that when that happened, we didn't damage any of the pillars that we need to be walking along, because that would have been really inconvenient. All right, look at these guys. Oh, they're bombs.
Whatever they are, I don't think they're friendly.
No, I don't either. I think I want to steer clear of them. I mean, it seems to me like getting close to and engaging in combat with something called a bomb is probably less than, like, sensible. I want to steer clear of them, I think, and maybe just shoot them from a distance with wind. This seems to be the move. Look at this guy. No, he really wants to get up close and personal. I don't want it anywhere near me. Oh, yeah, see what I mean? See what I mean? Yeah, no, he's about to go. What the heck? Here we go. Let's just do this. There we go. And then just get the heck away from them. Is that guy over there, is that other one dead? Did he die? Did he blow up? Is that what happened? I actually don't know. Like, he did explode, but it didn't look like he was dead, and then suddenly he was. That cannot be the ideal method of dealing with them. But it's all I can come up with at the moment, so that's what we're going to go with. Just steer clear of them and get them in a tornado if you have to. Also, this is the worst level. It looks cool, but it's just a series that you go down a hallway with no diverging paths into a room where you fight a few guys, and then you do it again.
No. At least not that I ever heard about. I imagine the Phoenix would receive a warmer welcome.
Yeah, probably. We're definitely not supposed to be here. See, this room is sus. Look at this. Are these like landmines? Nobody stand on these is what I'm assuming the situation is. Unless I'm supposed to trigger them. The temptation is to walk on one and see what happens. But I'm just guessing that that's not going to end well for us. What we're probably trying to do is get to the other side of the room without blowing up. Did I do it? I'm really tempted to just, like... I can't aim these is the only issue. So I can't force one of them to, like, set off one of the mines. But I'm assuming those are mines. Watch them be collectibles. Watch them be things you're supposed to run over, because then they automatically get added to your inventory, and you really, really need those later on in order to get this door open. Yeah, I can't get this door open. Is this the way we came? Is that what I just did? Did I go the whole loop around and then exit through the entrance? I might have did. I absolutely might have done. In that case, we go back in now and we see if maybe I missed. There's no other way out of this. I think I'm just going to have to take a chance and... Oh, no, they activate when you stand near them. That's what it is. It's an elevator. We're fine. Everything is good.
Here we go again. Where will we end up this time?
Surrounded by contraptions hell-bent on murdering us, I expect.
At least they've got a good attitude about it.
Taking this path.
We won't know until we've followed it all the way to the end. Come on, let's keep looking.
Again, at least someone is finally acknowledging that we might just be in here for no reason. We get to the end and it's just like an old man. He's just kind of hunched over. He's like, what are you doing here? Oh, we came here because we were following it. There's no guy here unless you let him here. And then we find out that is indeed what happened. All right, this will keep that guy distracted at least. It's not going to do much else for us, I don't think. Because big guy here doesn't care about it. But can we get these other nodes trapped in there if we're, like, really clever?
Not this time.
Okay. Not really. I mean, I'm sure we could. There we go. No, we got him in there. You know what? This is not something. It's not worth the effort attempting it. We should probably focus on actually fighting the big guy. Or just, like, killing these guys quickly and not trying to just, like, draw them into our tornado trap. Because we don't have the time right now.
Not this time. A little help.
Yeah, no, that was never going to do anything. Can't tell yet if this is going better or worse than the first time. I feel like at this point in the game, I already felt like, at this point, the last time we fought a Fallen Guardian, I felt like he was a chump and we were doing really well, and then it went downhill. But at this point, I feel like the beginning part of this fight didn't go very well. So it's hard to say for sure, one way or the other. Well, we must have picked up a potion somewhere then. Dadgum. Definitely intentional parry. New enemies approaching, eh? Oh, good. There's little ones. There's little ones. All right. Well, let's just focus all of our efforts right now on the big guy. And then, in any minute now, before the little ones even have a chance to attack properly, this will keep him busy. This will keep him busy. Keep them all busy, except for the big guy. He doesn't care. He's not bothered. It looks like Jill's taking care of the last one that's not currently inside of this tornado. Oh, you guys. Yeah, her and Torgal took care of it. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. I gotta collect all of their stuff. You never know what they might be dropping. Mostly chunks of Wyrite and some magic dash. Hi, guys. Dodge, sir! Dodge, sir!
That'll help. Garuda, lend me your strength. Wake wins.
And I reckon this is going to be it. I definitely thought that was going to be it. Okay, yeah. Essentially. Do we think that's going to be the last one, though? That was quite the little gauntlet. It had backup show up partway through. Is that it for these challenges? Are we about to finally walk through this door, find this fella, get the answers, learn about the deep lore and the histories and all that? No, there's more guys to fight. This is the most... I don't like this level. It's literally just hallway, room, fight guys, repeat. It reminds me of the first Halo game. Look, I understand. An absolute masterful game for its time. But you ever play the second half of that game where you walk through this repeating hallways and rooms just full of the Flood, and then you do a thing, and then you leave basically the same way you came in, doing the exact same thing? Go play the first Halo game again and acknowledge that, you know what? It was limited. You know what? I acknowledge that for the time it was incredible, but that it doesn't quite hold up the way you think it might. It's a little bit tedious. Fun game. I have enjoyed it. Played it through many times. Revolutionary for its time. I'm just saying. These guys are not bothered by fire, are they? Why would they be? Alright, you know what? We're going back to original plan. Shoot them from far away with air. Yeah, and then when they start doing that, just steer clear. Yeah, that's it. They just like dissipate after that. I don't know if you're intended to defeat them before that happens or what. I'm not even going to predict that that's going to be the end of it, though. I'm assuming that we're going to open this up and just going to be the same thing. Either another room full of bad guys or a hallway that leads to a room full of bad guys. So here we go. This is the hallway. And this right here is going to be the room full of bad guys. Just you wait. Okay, it's a room with the fade to black. And no escape. That means boss battle?
I don't like this.
Yeah. I'm not a fan either.
Seems the feeling's mutual.
Okay. Right off the bat, off to just a wonderful start with the literal... He's called the Iron Giant. I've seen this movie. Fighting him doesn't end well for people.
Not this time. Wake wins. Jeez. Well done, Torgo.
I don't know why I'm doing this. It's just an ability we have. I thought we might as well. I can dodge. I can dodge him even if I can't see him. I'm pretty confident in that. Is he actually... No, he's not being contained in it. I was hopeful for a minute. It looked like he wasn't able to get back out. It is following them, though. That's fun. And he's staggered now. So that was actually worth it, I think. It could have ended in disaster, and it didn't, so that's something. And we've got him a third of the way there, so we've pretty much just completely beaten the chump now. That's the most damage we've ever done in a stagger, throwing that out there. Press the attack. I beg your pardon, or what?
Not for long, it isn't. With me.
I'm sorry. So, oh, we've got to stop it from doing this so it doesn't... Okay. Sure, I follow. Oh, move. Did not dodge until it had already happened. That's fine. This is intense. This hasn't happened before.
There. It's down.
This is our chance.
Jeez, all right.
My wounds, boy.
Doing that thing with my tongue again. I apologize. I don't think anyone else is bothered by it but me. I'm probably the only one who's ever noticed it. It's just irked me every time I sit down to edit, and I'm like, oh, I stopped talking and immediately did the tongue thing again. Whatever that is, wherever that came from. You know what? Do this. I don't care. While he's staggered, might as well. Yeah, just stay away from him when this is happening. Oh, we've almost got him. We've almost got him. Is it safe to say this guy's a chump yet? Have we done enough damage that I can safely say that this went a lot easier than I thought it would be? Okay, see, no, I shouldn't have said a gosh darn thing. Panic potion right at the end. Iron Giant dismantled. All right. That's a lot of gold. That's a pretty good chunk of gold there. We got some fallen iron, some Wyrite, and some meteorite. All right, good.
It's done.
What are these creatures? And why do they keep attacking us?
They're probably asking themselves the same thing. We're the ones trespassing here. They're just protecting their home. Jill, look.
But I saw a
That's
chest.
some kind of mural.
Is that what you got from
It's
it?
worth a closer look, whatever it is.
Yeah, I suppose so. We gotta make sure we get all the loot from up here first, though. We're going to head down there empty-handed. We gotta get our potion! Oh. Oh, that just means there's gonna be more things to fight, doesn't it? Yeah, that's another potion. This over here is gonna probably also be a potion. And it's gonna go directly into our health bar. No, it's a high potion. Okay, well, we're topped back off again, then. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure what I'm looking at there. It's kind of nightmare fuel, whatever it is. Is this the direction to go in? Oh, there's no map, by the way. So, it looks like we might have been able to go the other way. It probably all leads to the same place, though. Yeah, from the looks of things. Would just been taking us down to that other door. Highly unlikely that there would be something worth going over there to look for. So what we're not going to do is open this door and then go run all the way back up and around. Because the game won't let me. It's marched me in here and faded to black. Ooh, this one's different. It's a bit fleshy.
All right, then.
Oh, I hate that. I really hate that. Don't like that it's fleshy. Oh! Don't get caught up in that, we've learned. Jeez, alright. Don't hit my dog, dude. That is uncalled for. It is unforgivable as well. I don't know about summoning the tornado at this exact moment. Having to like respond to family messages on my watch with like canned responses in the middle of doing a live stream and recording a video all at once. That's how I'm multitasking for the day. I don't know about the rest of you kind folks.
Give me fire!
I am actually going to have to pick up my phone and type out a response to something. I can't do it right now, though, because I'll die. So I've got to finish this guy off first, and then I'm going to be responding to a message. I'm going to miss some really important story beat, and we're going to be confused for the remaining 20 hours of this game.
What was that thing? It wasn't like the others.
It would seem this place holds even more secrets than we thought.
It seems that way. Boom. Done. Did it. No important revelations. Nothing missed. Pop a couple of potions. We're all good around here, thank you. Wait, is this not the direction we just came? It's not. No, this is a different path, I think. Wait, no. That's how... Wait. How did I miss that there, then? And there's one over here, too. Oh, I'm actually really confused about what direction we came in from. We must have come in from up there, because there's nothing on those staircases. And then that means that there's two different paths to choose from here. I'm okay with that potion being used. That's perfectly fine. Left or right, we must choose. Well, if I was in a maze and I just wanted to find my way out, I'd always stick to the right path. So, I guess we'll go this way? This is just going to be an endless series of hallways, though, isn't it? With more bad guys to fight. This is the wrong path. Yeah, no, with just more bad guys to fight. Sorry, don't have the patience for you today, Wraiths. Into the twister of terror you go. You cannot hide. You have to also be in the Twister of Terror. There you go. Enjoy your ride. There's a button here we can press, though. We're going to have to wait till the Twister of Terror is done. Hold on. As soon as it's done, we're going to hit him with the fire. All right, there we go. Let's see what the button does. Is it just going to end up being like an elevator? I bet this is a situation where we have to hit both of them, and then it's going to open up a central path or something.
Lights.
Yeah, see?
That did something.
Well observed, Jill. Well observed. Or maybe I'm wrong? Is this not the way we just came in? Did the path change? No, not at all. That's exactly what this is. We figured it out. You see, this part right here in the middle is too conspicuous. Something is going to form, and that's going to be a pathway over to there. I assume. Or I'm wrong.
This might take a while.
I mean, yes, because we didn't allow ourselves the few minutes needed for that to recharge, so we just kind of rushed in. And I almost feel like looking at these little turkeys, it probably would have been better to save the tornado for this room. This seems like a much more irritating room. There's a lot of lights flashing around in here. I'm not really sure what's going on at any given second. At least they do die incredibly easily. Who's left? This guy? Okay, that wasn't too bad. I thought it was going to be more obnoxious, but that was okay.
What have we here?
Another fallen wonder.
Telling you, big central bridge as soon as we walk outside. Or not. Maybe there's power. Oh, look at that. I knew it. And then across the ways we go. Well, the controller's going crazy right now.
So, it isn't a dead end after all.
Apparently not.
Okay, remember earlier, you folks, when I thought these were landmines? What simple times those were all that time ago. They're just little lights on the ground, nothing to be afraid of. These look like they could be alternative paths that might continue on and branch out in different directions. But no, we're focusing on what I'm assuming is going to end up being a big boss fight on the other side of this door. Maybe 2 iron giants? Something's going to go on here. That looks like some sort of hideous beast queen. Or Ifrit. I'm not sure. 4 wings, big horns. It seems like it could be Sephiroth. It is a tie-in. It's not.
How old
That is Ifrit for sure, right?
1,000 years? More?
I don't know. I've never seen anything like it before. Who is that in the middle, do you think? Some sort of god?
Oh, interesting. This is new. I don't feel like whatever you're doing right now is necessary.
You're him. The second dominant of fire. Who are you?
This is us, yeah, watching it from the other perspective. This is where that other angle came from. Us traveling through time and seeing it. Makes perfect sense.
I did this. I killed him.
I wouldn't be so sure of anything at the moment, sir.
Joshua chose me to be his shield. He gave me his blessing and asked me to keep him safe. I should have protected him that day. It was my duty.
Is this all in our head? What?
Clive.
Joshua.
It's peak anime now, boys.
I'm sorry. I failed you. Joshua died. I killed him. And I blamed another for what I did. To spare myself the guilt. I feared that by accepting it, I would lose what little was left of me. So I ran. From everything. And now? Are you ready to accept the truth?
Sure.
I am. I know it won't be easy, but it's what I must do. So that Joshua's soul can finally rest in peace.
I mean, technically, there's 3 Clives on the screen right now. There's old Clive, young Clive, and Ifrit Clive.
No matter how bitter the truth that awaits me, I will press on.
I guess it's true.
Show me who you truly are.
Everyone who isn't a Xehanort is a Clive. Sure. Okay, we'll fight Ifrit now, I guess. I did hit the dodge button, in case you were curious. I'm just attacking his foot because I don't know what else to attack. Oh, that looks like it's going to be hot. Yep. What happens if I get him inside the big, like, tornado of wind? Maybe it'll cool him off, all that fresh air. Because he looks to be, like, mostly molten magma. So if we just, like, chill him off in here, it is doing damage over time. And we're far enough away from him that I'm not worried about him doing anything that I won't see coming. Except for that. I wanted answers. I feel like I've not gotten them. Like, lots of pretty lights and things appeared on the screen, but I've not really had anything explained to me yet. Run, 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 run. Jump! Not quite. Not quite. Didn't quite get away. Oh, sir. This is absurd, what is happening on my screen right now. We're such a small man. What am I expected to do right now? Somehow we're doing a deadly takedown. Stop attacking his foot. There's got to be other parts of his body we can focus on right now. Like his head. Okay, maybe not his head anymore. Back to his foot then. Excuse me, excuse me, excuse me, excuse me. I cannot get away from it fast enough. He's just too big. He's just too big to be dealt with right now. He's such a large enemy. Attacking the foot makes him feel more manageable. Okay, stop attacking it. Jump away, jump away. Oh my gosh, we actually managed it. Okay. If we play our cards right here, yeah, we're gonna stagger the big guy. Just do that on his head right now. There you go. Just big twister all over his entire body. Hit all of the vulnerable spots at once. That's what we're going for right now. Deal as much damage as we can. He's about to be unstaggered, but we're doing great. We're doing absolutely great right now. 12,000 damage to the big guy. And we did it. We are the masters.
Still you deny it. Even when the truth's staring right at you. Come on, Clive. Face your fears.
Well, hopefully this Clive's as good as being Clive as I am. Because then this will be the easiest fight, and then never mind, I take it back. No. No, this is gonna be like, this is gonna be actually difficult.
Not this time.
I can't see what's happening right now. I have no clue what's happening. It's all just a mess on my screen. I don't know. He's inside of a tornado. I think we're about to, like, there we go, get him staggered. It's a lot of confusing, like, lights and colors and sounds. I can't believe I'm gonna have to do this, but I'm actually gonna have to pause real quick and make a phone call because I'm being hit up. Hold on. Okay. Sorry about that.
Too slow. Not this time. Wake wins. What?
Yeah, can we do that?
I see.
You do?
We learn by example.
You think we're going to learn something here? What exactly are we learning right now? You want to explain it to me? You want to explain to me what we figured out?
Not this time.
Okay, then.
Too slow. Not this time.
Now, that seemed like the best time to do that, when we're going into a stagger phase where it's going to do like additional damage. I almost said emotional damage. Right now, when he's in a stagger and we can hit him with a lot of emotional damage, that seemed like the best opportunity to go ahead and just pop that off, you know what I mean? Really hurt him right down to his core. Yeah, we do. Yeah, we do. You're not joking. Jeez, avoid, avoid. Just keep jumping and avoiding. Just keep jumping and avoiding. Oh no, we're dead. No, we died. We were not supposed to stay inside of that. I realize that now. Oops. I just assumed if we stayed inside of the circle, because all the explosions were happening outside of the circle, I don't know. I just thought that seemed to be like the sensible place to be. Clearly not. Clearly not.
Not this time. Too slow.
I don't have much to say as this is happening.
Too slow. Not this time.
So once we get him down to about the halfway mark, is that about the time he unleashes horrible... Okay, yeah, this thing. Okay, so what we want to do right now is not be in the middle, but also we want to be not inside of the explosions. Can we get far enough away from him that he's not going to completely own us here in a minute? Can we stay away from him? There we go. That's what killed us before. And we survived it. And we got him staggered. He's like not losing any. He's not taking damage though. No, he is. It's hard to tell. It looks like he's not. It looks like he's stuck. It is going down. Okay. I was wondering if we hit like some sort of cap and there was about to be a cutscene or something that played, and so attacking him was just a waste of my effort. But no, it doesn't appear like that's the case. Oh, you son of a gun! How'd you even do that? It's got these like landmines planted. Too slow.
Give me!
No escape, eh? It's all right. I'm done running from you. Together, then. It's time to find out who we are, once and for all.
I'm sorry, we have new little bars. Accept the truth? Absolutely, I will.
Show yourself, Ifrit.
Okay, but what do this do? What do this do though? Like, what do we have now that we didn't before? Do we just still like substantially more power now or something? I think we do be dealing a lot more power now, maybe. I don't know what's happening. I'm just spamming the attack button and hoping that it's all working out. I genuinely can't see Clive right now, or the guy we're attacking, other Clive, I guess, the Infernal Shadow. I did not mean for that to be a parry. That was a takedown somehow. I have no clue what to tell you. I'm just spamming the attack button and hoping it works out, and so far, so good. We've almost got him defeated. My thumb's starting to hurt. I'm now rocking my entire hand in order to hit the button instead. This is insane.
The truth of it now. You are not Ifrit. I am.
Are we gonna fight Ifrit now with Ifrit? This is just insane what's happening right now. This is just complete nonsense. Wow. We got a fire shard out of that, everyone. Hot to the touch. It emits a soft hum when held to the ear. I wonder if we can make a crazy sword out of that.
Yes, you're well, but sorry.
Clive, are you all right?
Jill. It's nothing. I'll be fine. No more chasing shadows. The hooded man isn't here. We should go.
So that was all in our heads. Which doesn't make it any less real, but still.
Clive, are you sure you're all right? Whatever it is, you can tell me.
I had a hard enough time telling myself. I awakened as a dominant of fire, right here in this castle, and I've been running from it ever since. But now I know for certain who I really am. The second icon of fire, who killed my brother and burned this castle to the ground, was me. Ifrit.
Clive.
I took so many lives that night, and destroyed so many more, including yours. And I must atone for the crimes I've committed. But not before I learn the whole truth. How can a second icon of fire even exist? And why was I chosen as its dominant? Who is the hooded man who brought us here? And what does he want? I need to know. And since I'm still breathing, I might as well make myself useful.
We'll find your answers together. I want to learn the truth too.
So do I.
There'll be time enough for atonement when we're done.
I was hoping you'd say that. I don't think I could do this without you. You never were one to hide from the truth, even when we were young. And you haven't changed a bit.
You're wrong. I have changed. But I don't want to be that person anymore. The things she did were unforgivable. And yet, they're what brought us back together.
Thank you, Jill.
Just gonna watch this.
If he is here, then the disturbance I felt at the care must have been confounded. The hour is later than I thought.
Just gonna go on with your life then? Not provide any resolution? Meanwhile, in some other place, Castle Dazbog. Okay.
Tell me, who did this, or I'll see you suffer the same fate.
The man who delivered the coffer said, he said Sid paid him.
I let you run amok with the rest of your rats, and this is how you repay me?
What is in the coffer?
Find out where he is. I'll crush him, flay him, rip out his heart, him and all his filthy brood, and send every last one of them to hell. Out. Now!
Yes, yes, my lord.
What's in the box? Oh, is this... Oh, because we killed, Benedicta? Is it something of hers? It's just her severed head in the box.
Benedicta.
Yeah, okay. Some evidence of what happened to her, I suppose. The meaning of life! Alright, sure. Ifrit awoken. Clive has gained control over the icon Ifrit, allowing him to access new iconic abilities, such as, or econic even, ignition, a fiery lunge that drives back enemies while dealing continuous damage, as well as unlocking the limit break gauge. Slots for Ifrit's abilities are shared with those for the Phoenix and can be confirmed via the abilities tab in the main menu. The limit break gauge is located between Clive's HP bar. Release Clive's inner beast and semi-prime into Ifrit by pressing L and R3 when the gauge is full. The gauge fills in battle, both by taking damage as well as successfully performing offensive and defensive maneuvers. Semi-priming temporarily grants increased attack potency and speed, gradual HP regeneration, and guard-breaking strikes.
So, what next?
Heaven only knows.
I promised the mayor I'd talk to him again.
Oh yeah, they're all going to be dead.
About Lady Hannah amongst other
No,
things.
they're all gone.
Though she may be loath to leave, I can't help thinking she'd be safer with Sid too.
All right. We should arrange an introduction then.
That's for next time. Thank you folks for watching. God bless you. A lot to digest there. I'll see you next time. Bye. And I have to finish the stream right now as well. I'm sorry, I'm going to have to go because I actually had to turn my phone off. Lots of like family issues happening right now, so I'm turning it back on. I'm going to go address those. Thank you for tuning in, though. Nothing bad is happening. I'm just being asked a flurry of questions that I now need to respond to. But everything is okay. So it's all the reason that I turned my phone off is because none of it was important. You know, I'm not going to do that. Thank you all for watching. God bless each and every one of you. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Where do we have like a going away button?